Hello, world. This is a conversation with Dustin Colquitt, retired NFL player of the Kansas City Chiefs. We discuss his 15-year career, from draft day to cut day, playing for several different Chiefs regimes, then playing and winning Super Bowl 54. Dustin reflects on so many memories and shares his experience playing for the Chiefs, and even does some fun Chiefs trivia with us. Enjoy that Tank 7, Dustin, and thank you for being the human being you are and bringing so many great memories to Kansas City. On behalf of the city, we wish you the very best in retirement. This is Enterrupt KC. Enjoy this episode.
Welcome back to Enterrupt KC, the Kansas City podcast, where we dedicate ourselves to people, places, and things right here in Kansas City. It's my boy JL. I'm your man D-Rod. What's up, JL?
Man, the world, man. It's all good, man. How you doing? Good? Sorry.
Man, I'm
blowing
it's okay.
that fat stogie right there.
I know it, man. I know it. Hey, shout out to Will Harris, man. First and
Will
foremost.
Harris, man. Classic blends, man. Come out and check our boy out right here in Burlington, North Kansas City.
Gotta burn one while you're here, man.
Come check out our boy Will, man. Before I go any further, man, subscribe. I know you see the button. Click subscribe. It's the click of a button. You won't get charged. I promise. It's free. Like, follow, share, subscribe to us. We just out here, man. Go back and watch our episodes, man.
Yeah, man. The last one was dope, man.
Bishop Miege head coach, John Holmes, football head coach.
Football head coach, man.
Dropping
some knowledge, man. Dropping some knowledge about them high school boys, man.
Yeah, he is. And good luck to them, man. They're getting ready to kick off the season.
Yeah.
Also, man, want to also say Big Court, Hood Dude Food Reviews.
Yeah, man.
Man, it's been incredible, man, the last couple episodes, man.
We got a lot of things.
Go check them out.
We got a lot of things in the work, man. But listen here, I want to bring up something real quick, JL, man. I'm thinking about, man, today, man, our boys in blue, man. Our boys in blue, man. I mean, I was cheering, rooting. I had to do it, man, because look at here, man. They're fighting for that.
They are, that wild card.
That 500, man. And I don't know, man, but they did good, man. Jack Caglione knocked it out today, man.
He AAA?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So,
okay.
I mean, he did his thing, but...
Well, no offense to them, but, D-Rod, the one thing Kansas City knows is football is right around the corner for Kansas City. The Chiefs are getting ready to kick off. And with that, man, we have an incredible guest for you guys today.
Oh, I can't wait.
Cannot wait to get into this conversation. So I say, man, we interrupt our guest, D-Rod.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
And by interrupt, you already know we mean introduce our guest, none other, D-Rod, than the man. He's one of the GOATs, by the way, the GOATs of the Kansas City Chiefs, Dustin Colquitt.
What's up, Toub? What's
up, bro? How you doing,
What's
man?
up, Toub?
How you guys doing? I appreciate having me on today.
Hey, thank you, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for you came in town, man. What are you in town for?
We got a couple things. Me and John McGraw sitting right to my right. You're all's left.
Yeah.
We got a big Kansas City sports banquet tomorrow night. He's got Vision Pursue as his business.
Okay.
And we always come in town to do stuff with his stuff. And
nice.
World Cup committee's going to be there. Salvi Perez is getting honored.
Really?
There's a bunch of cool stuff going on
A
tomorrow
bunch of
night.
stuff going on, huh?
Yeah.
Are you getting something?
I'm just showing up because I love all the people here.
Yeah, let's go. You miss it?
Yeah, I'm living in Knoxville, which has been great for Tia, the kids, and but man, nothing's like this city.
So before we got on camera, man, just so everybody knows, Dustin was like, man, I got 5 kids, man. And he's family guy, man. So your wife, you said Tia?
Yeah, Tia.
Yeah. And your kids, man, what are your kids' names?
Brinkley, which he made the drive with me today.
Okay.
So he's going to Catholic University in D.C.
Oh, let's go.
This fall. So I got first one out to college And then Colston, Hartley,
okay.
the one girl.
Yeah.
And then Kinsler and Cannon.
What she's protected, man.
Man, listen, I've never seen anybody throw straight arm hooks. Because she hears me and Tia like, don't touch. Like, we tell the boys, don't touch your sister. And she's like, I got free shots.
Yeah.
Like,
permission, man.
Yeah, let's go.
Is she the middle one?
She's the middle
child, too?
She's going to be a beast, man. She's going to be a beast.
Which is a unique story in itself because she'll if like when all of them were like growing up and stuff, they're 11 to 18.
Right.
And if the bigs were doing something that she would rather do, she'd be like, oh, I'm a big.
Yeah.
And then if the littles were watching a movie, like, no, I'm a little.
Yeah.
So she
the pendulum. Hey, I'm this way. No, I'm this way.
I know exactly.
Hey, I'm a
what
middle
you're
child,
about.
man. So
Exactly
I bet you and I, we can, yeah.
You guys vibing, huh?
Yeah, we vibing, man. So listen, man. So Tennessee, man. You came here from Knoxville, you said, man. So you born and raised Tennessee?
I was born in Knoxville, Tennessee, and then. As you know, NFL draft. They just pluck you and put you
where you go, right? But man, I mean, you played football growing up, right?
Actually, I have the craziest football story probably of all time. I started playing soccer at 5 years old.
Okay.
And I mean, one of my first core memories of being on a soccer field is we drive to practice. My mom opens the town and country van door, beat up van.
Sure.
And she's like, all right, we're at practice. Here's your water bottle and soccer. And I got shin guards, all that stuff. And I was like, I looked out there and saw everybody. I was like, probably a little bit late knowing my mom.
Right.
She's a little bit late to everything.
Sure. That's my parents, bro.
So I'm like, I look out and I'm like, they've already started. Like, I can't go out there.
Yeah, I can't go out there.
And so she's like, okay. And she slams like the door, goes back to the front seat, sits down, closes the door. And I'm like, I buckle back up. I'm like, whew. And she just pops a book open and she starts reading, and what seemed to be an hour, which is probably like 2 or 3 minutes. I was like, Mom, are we going home? She's like, no, you're going out to practice and I'm reading this book.
Oh.
And I was like, we've already started. And she's like, the longer you let this go, the later you're going to be.
Right.
And so it's like that. All right, we're getting out there. And so I played soccer all the way to my senior year in high school. Our kicker got hurt 2 weeks before the season, and the head coach, who was an All-American at Tennessee, Bill Young, comes into a math class. I'm like taking notes, and he's like, hey, our kicker got hurt. We got to get somebody to come out and kick for us. And I'm sitting in there like, I'm a soccer guy. Like, I don't even hear that football thing. And so after a while, I'm still down. He goes, Colquitt, I'm talking to you. And I'm like, what, me? And he's like, yeah, your dad punted for the Steelers. I mean, surely you could figure it out.
Right.
So I was like, all right, I'll try. So meanwhile, I'm in still class. He goes and calls my dad. Hey, Dustin's punting for us today. You got to skip lunch or something and figure this out. My dad gets out on the field. I'm right-handed, left-footed. So my dad comes to practice, and I don't see him yet, but I'm dropping the ball right-handed, kicking it left-footed.
Right.
My dad's over there like,
what are you doing?
Oh, my gosh. So that's how I got into football. It was like thrown into an ice
thrown
tank.
into it for real.
Man, I was wondering that, man, because I'm just sitting there thinking most football positions, right? You kind of see okay, how that person might have evolved in that role, you know what I mean? But the kicking thing seems to be somewhat of a more common story about soccer, you know, a lot of these kids just start off kicking soccer balls, man.
Right.
And I remember in my high school, man, I went to high school with a bunch of Mexicans, and they went and plucked one, and they were like, hey, man, we need a kicker, man. You can kick the shit out of a ball. Luke, get over here and kick this football. You know what I mean?
Well, and you can, and I'm sure you could. That was kind of my path. And I remember it's funny because you go from I was a center forward, where I played left-footed, so I'd be a left striker.
Right.
And I remember my grandmother would just love watching. She's Dutch, so she's like, man, I love soccer. It's just so fun, whatever. Yeah. And then I make the transition to football. Most of the time you're standing by the kicking net watching everybody else play football, and then they call your number. And so she calls me a couple weeks in, super confused, did you quit soccer and now you're playing? What are you doing?
Right.
And I'm like, what? No, I'm still going to do both. I still want to play college soccer, and I just want to see this. So she's like, I don't understand though. When you go out there, all you do is give the ball back to the other team. And I'm like, only grandmothers can get away with that.
Yeah. So literal. So she's
why are you giving it to them?
She's viewing this whole thing as such the literal, event taking place. All you're doing is handing the ball off to the other team. What is this about?
Everybody else is throwing towards the goal or running towards the goal, and I'm just like, here you go.
Did you ever, man? Did you ever try your foot? And by the way, man, smoke your cigar, bro, because I don't want that to go out on you, man. Did you ever try your hand at field goal kicking, man? Did you ever try that?
I did, and I was a right-footed field goal kicker and left-footed because soccer, I could not figure out how to get my toe, my foot like a kicker.
Okay.
And it was easier doing it right, so I would kick right, punt left, kick off left.
Yeah.
But man, it was tough. I mean, I was 7 for 13, never kicked Bill came because the field goal kicker got hurt.
Right.
Like Bill's like, hey, you got to come and like kick for us.
Right.
And then we get out there, we have an all-state linebacker with a cowboy collar punting, and he hit a couple balls like behind him and over here. And I was like,
man.
you know, my dad was a punter.
Right.
Like the kicking stuff I can try, but like, so it was.
Did your dad start like kicking some knowledge to you about that then?
He was there every day. He was at the time he was working at like Oak Ridge Rental Supply Company. Like I'm selling like brush heads, caution tape, and he was taking lunch and coming over there and just like literally like, no, you do this, you do that.
Right.
You know, and then I'd be like, whatever. Yeah. And he's like, I have 2 Super Bowl rings. What do you mean, whatever? Like we got to figure that out so quick. I'm going to be sitting in the stands. I'm not going to watch something bad. Like we got to figure this out.
Well, I mean, even more, you could only assume your dad was like, look, my boy, if you're going to be doing this, I got 2 rings. I mean, there's some standards, man. Like you got to come up. There's some big shoes to fill, right?
And the kicker punter mentality is so different, as you know, from like soccer mentality. Soccer mentality, they can be punks. Like I was a punk. And so my dad's like, if you're not going to listen to me, I've got a kicking coach for you, and he's going to meet us out on the field here on Thursday. So I was like, all right, cool.
And you can't say no, bro.
So I was like, yeah, I mean, anything that helps, because I don't want it, because he put in the back of my head, there's going to be some people watching, and it's going to be, in soccer, it was good. Like I was decent. I was a good soccer player. I'd never done it before. She's like, you're going to be embarrassed. If you, and so I was like, fine. So he brought a guy in from Mars Hill College, Division III ball, All-American, Melvin Dunn. Melvin Dunn kicked my ass. I mean, I'm talking like...
Is he still around?
No, he actually just passed about a year ago now.
Okay.
But shout out Melvin Dunn.
Melvin Dunn. Yeah, he taught me a lot of things. And I remember the first... He was kind of like Condridge Holloway at Tennessee. Like, I mean, he brought culture. And like, I remember he's like, why are you switching from soccer to football? Is it because of the ladies?
And he could tell right away. He could tell.
And my
right
dad's
away,
like,
right?
my dad's like, time out, no Melvin. And Melvin's like, am I coaching him or not? And so I got this like, boom, this is football, because I was very much soccer, and he's like, you're gonna see all types of this stuff in football. We got to get ready for it. It was the coolest thing my dad has done.
Super cool,
man. When you're saying that, it makes me is there a way coaches can tell when you try to change it up your kick? Is that what you're saying? Like you're too used to playing soccer, so you're using that form and all that kicking method and trying to put it into football. And he's like, no, what the hell are you doing?
No, it's like punting, like. You got guys that look like John McGraw sitting over here that are massive, and so Melvin was like, what your dad's trying to say is he was a finesse punter. He was 6'1", 181 pounds, and you're 6'3", 220 pounds. You're a different build, and you have a lot of power. He was a directional guy, so we got to figure that out. And so his thing is you are basically Tiger Woods. You're putting a ball on a green with a rush, and we got to get you ready for that.
I mean, like, how different is kicking a soccer ball in terms of like the technical? Because, bro, you know, like people get out there, right, and they have these fan contests. Whoever can kick the ball through the field goal from the 10-yard line or whatever, you win $1,000. And the people automatically, what they do, right? They go out there and they kick with their toes, basically. Which, man, I've had ingrown toenails, bro. That is not a great feeling.
It's like that much of a surface on Nikes or whatever they're kicking, right?
Yeah.
And so the room for error on that roundish ball, anyway, it's a funny shaped ball. So soccer, as you know, I mean, the ball is always moving. So you're like he played a lot of soccer too. So like as you're running, you have a moving ball that you have to calculate in your head, the spatial awareness to like plant. The ball moves a little bit still, and you still got to hit that ball in a certain spot under a German keeper that's 6'5". And how do I do that? So you got to get really like good at a moving ball, and then football, everything changes. In football, you have a hold for a kicker. You have somebody putting it on the ground. It's totally still. You look at it pretty much the entire time. And then for punting, you got wind coming.
Right.
Yeah, you have that factor. You got to watch them go.
You got players coming at you.
You got players coming at you. You got to totally tone them out, which was helpful. He was my PP for 5 years. He's my personal protector. And he'd always look back at me, and I was like, all right, I feel great about nobody's coming through these A, B, or C gaps. Like we're good to go. But like, I think with the punting stuff is what separates like the really, really, really good punters right now that I'm seeing is like when you drop a ball, if you take like a clicker, if we're watching film,
right,
you take a clicker, and as soon as that ball leaves the hands, if it goes more than 17 frames from drop to making contact with your foot, bad things can happen.
Okay, that's too long.
If you can keep it 17 and under, those are the guys that are getting paid, going to the pro, like doing really well.
And that's what I'm glad you brought that up, because that's what I was wondering. I was thinking about that on punters, man, and even field goal kickers, right? I mean, there's a time frame, there's a method, there's something that when you guys are watching film, right, and it's a whole different school time, right? Because you're paying attention to that,
right?
Even. And I was thinking even the laces, how a quarterback has to throw. Most of them feel the laces, right? Is that the same also?
Yeah, absolutely. So like when you drop a football, you're wanting those laces on top. It's the heaviest part of the ball. Mm-hmm. So and you're wanting those. The two noses, you want it to wrap around your foot at the same time and expand into that spiral for the spiral ball. Yeah. And if it's slightly off, funny shaped ball, funny shaped foot. Yeah. Funny things can happen for everybody in the stands, but not for me, not for punters. So it's a science. And then when you add wind and I was always jealous. I'd go out to California in December and be like, these guys get to kick in
perfect weather.
Clark, I'm in Kansas City. God.
And Clark Hunt, we got really good friends with him. Noble, we do like all these juggling contests all throughout training camp. They were such active like owners and all that stuff. And I remember like he would come up to me in before the schedule would come out. He goes, "Hey, I just found out we got 3 games in Arrowhead in December. Can you believe it, baby?" And I'm thinking like, that's great for home field. That's great for us. But like for a kicker, I'm like, great. Okay, I got to start preparing for that right now.
Right.
You're like, oh man, how do I tell the owner? Not really.
I'll be next to the heater, man.
Right.
I've burned clothing by that heater. I'm like sweating coming out there.
Now, when you do that, okay, so is it different? I'm sure every punter, every player probably has their own style of doing that. Is it, or is that kind of a ground rule?
I would say you're right. Everybody look, even like their punting style.
Different.
Everybody looks something different. It's what once they start hitting the first couple balls, you get that muscle memory and you lock in and you're like, that is my best ball, because everybody's foot shape different. Everybody has different size. Like everything goes into that. So it's a complicated mess, but like I watch, and the big thing that distinguishes from the best is that frame, is kicking it out of your hand, the thought of getting to the ball quick, and like hyper focusing, watching that ball as it goes off your foot.
So man, so you're kicking in high school, right? And that propels you to college, man. So talk about that. Like, how is a punter recruited to college? Is that the same as another player? I mean, people just see this. I mean, it's obviously a necessity, right?
Yeah, you like everybody's recruiting like punters, and then you have like which I was not like when I was in college. Like I walked on to Tennessee.
Okay.
My first game, I got fortunate. Thank you, Lord. Because I hit a 74-yard ball out of the back of the end zone, went over the guy's head. He turned around and got tackled. We ended up winning 16-14.
Oh, wow.
And then the next day I got walk-on letters from Penn State, Florida State, and Tennessee.
No way.
Over that 74.
And that's it. And that's probably the last good ball I hit. That like really good ball all year.
Then,
And so, but yeah, it's like.
Was the wind helping you?
I'm going to say no. It was in my face.
It was against the wind.
It was cold. Even though
miles per hour.
Even though it was the first game of the season, it was really cold.
Man.
No, it's like, it's like my dad had punted at Tennessee. My first cousin punted at Tennessee. My third cousin punted at Marshall.
Okay.
And then when I punted at Tennessee, Britton was punting at Bearden after I left, and he went right into it. But like when you come to Tennessee after having 33 punts to your name in high school as a walk-on. I mean, I was hitting like that big ball, and then Coach Fulmer, I'd hit a ball into the sand pit where the running backs were like doing all their stuff, and hit one of them. He's like, "Did that come off the same foot?" like, was that from the same person?
Right.
And so I had to like figure that out like quick. So I redshirted.
Okay.
And then after like playing a year, they ended up giving me a scholarship.
Oh, got you.
So,
man.
but it was that, man, that first year was a rocky road.
Yeah, for sure.
Like praying
You're trying
a
to
lot,
figure it all
figuring
out too, bro.
Yeah.
I was trying to think. So what was your first year there?
My first year in Tennessee was 2000.
2000.
So first year plan was 2001. But
Okay.
I like when I walked on there, I was literally number 46B, then 40, 41, 43, 42, 46C.
Jeez.
And then they're like, dude, they just kept on like passing me down. And then they're like 47, which was crazy because
John McGraw.
John McGraw.
47, let's go.
So when he came in with Herm and all them, I was like, this is awesome. This is crazy. He's like, where about? Because at the time, punters they had to be single digit
Right.
numbers, and so I was like, at least he gets to wear 47.
Yeah. No, I feel that, man. So, man, you get drafted by the Chiefs, 05, man. 3rd round, mind you. I mean, there's a lot of great players who get drafted in the 3rd round, man. And you 15-year career, man. You're a GOAT, man. I mean,
Oh yeah.
let's talk about that a little bit, man. Because from a player's perspective, right? I mean, this is the first time we've had a conversation with a professional, football player. What is that, man? What does that look like? Where were you? Talk about that experience, man. I mean, this is all your work, all those numbers, right? I'm sure you got hit several times in practice.
yeah.
Did you ever like get on the practice team like, hey, we need you to play linebacker? Step in there.
Oh, they're like, hey, hold a bag.
Yeah, hold a bag.
And then luckily the year before, Steve Cheek was the punter.
Okay.
And he was getting reps on kickoff coverage,
Yeah.
staying in shape, but also giving him a scout team look. And he popped his calf.
Yeah.
And that was like fresh in their mind because that's what got me drafted.
Let's go.
And so they're like, hey, so I get out there. I was used to doing it at Tennessee, holding bags, doing all the stuff, being the kickoff return guy, like giving them looks. And then I get out there. And so I'm like, put it like a little hoodie on. I'm like going down. I do my first thing. I literally like turn out of bounds. And they're like, never do that again.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
what do we do? I'm getting in shape. And they're like, we had a guy. I don't know. The reason why you got drafted is because a guy did that and popped his calf. So like, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of pressure because you come in, and I remember the first person that I saw in the locker room in OTAs was Jared Allen.
Hey.
And Jared Allen literally came straight up to me and he was like, I don't know you yet, but you're a 3rd round punter. Like, you better be good, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. And he's like huge
Jared's like 6'6".
with a crazy mullet.
Yeah, that long hair.
I never thought a few years into it I'd be like shaving little bars for every sack he had in his hair.
Let's go.
He was a beast, man.
Got to be friends, but like, man, that was like, they brought in like a punting coach, Steve Hoffman, for me. And they're like, we're making sure that this guy makes it. So
give you some support, man.
Man, the KC is unbelievable about like supporting their players and community.
I mean, so it's crazy, right? Because, I mean, just looking back, man, on your career, Dustin, man, and you know all these things. I mean, for us, man, knowing we're going to talk to you, man, we're over here like, okay, we will make sure we remember this with him, right? I mean, you had Dick Vermeil coming in.
Mm-hmm.
You had Herm Edwards, 2006 to 2008. Todd Haley, 2009. Romeo Crennel, 11 and 12. Andy Reid in 2013, and that's the rest, right?
Yep.
John Dorsey and Andy Reid 2013. Then 2017, Brett Veach became GM. Man, you went through. It's crazy. Like you describe your career, man, because if for me, like, and I'm sitting here thinking about this with like trying to prepare for this conversation with you. Okay, so when you come in, I mean, Dick Vermeil, Trent Green, man, like that era. That was like a respectable Chiefs program. I mean, I remember the no punt game. I was there in 2003. Man, I was there. So it was like a respectable team. And then, man, let's just face it, man. We took a nosedive somewhere in there. And then, man, by the time, in 2019 when you were leaving, I mean, we were on Super Bowl champs. So I mean, talk about that, man. Describe how you feel about that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously their hair was on fire there starting, Mahomes, all of that. But like Alex Smith really like paved the way, got us there.
Yeah.
Andy Reid.
He was badass, man. I'm a big fan of Alex Smith, man.
Yeah. I mean, Andy's like, you walk in there and like, I remember like one of the first conversations that he had with you, he goes like, we don't talk about money, religion, girls. Like he had like a list of like no-goes.
Okay.
And he's like, man, we're all a family here. And like all of that stuff can interrupt family. And like, I remember like, man, this guy is one of the realest guys ever.
Yeah.
I just did like an article, Rustin Dodd did like a little article just a second ago, and we're like reliving some of that stuff. And I remember like preparing for a Pro Bowl in Hawaii, and I remember like when a coach or a GM or anybody for that matter in an organization says like, hey, I need to talk to you, it's like drop everything and go. But like Andy was different. Like he sent somebody down and was like, hey, Coach Reid wants to talk to you. And I literally like, put my ball bag up, and they're like, no, after you get done working out and like punting and stuff, we want you to take care of business first, and then like when you're done with everything you need to do. And I was like, that's kind of different. Like normally it's like, hey, get over kind of deal, and Andy's not like that. He treats everybody the same, differently. And he knows how to like micromanage, let your personality show. And like with all of those coaches and GMs and like all of those transitions, they were definitely like necessary. I remember that like there's times where like when Clark was like starting to take over, his father was sick, which I love Lamar. Like he was like one of the sweetest men that you've ever met. And I remember my rookie year, they had never punted inside the indoor place before. It's like forbidden because it's like insulation. It's like, and you don't want to like mess that up. Right. And so anyway, I just started punting and nobody said anything to me. Well, he was in town for Friday business meetings for a home game. And he's out there, he has his cane, and I'm hitting balls and stuff, and I'm like, man, it's like the whole family's here. I'm like, feel like game nervous. This is great for me though, right? So I keep hitting balls. So I hit like 4 balls in the ceiling, and he comes up and like, this is like during the punt period, by the way. He's like, hey, we don't want to kick up in there and like, mess all that up.
It's a lot of work to fix that.
So I was like, yes, sir, I got you. And so my next 3 punts, I literally like
kicking them out
right to the return guy, like really quick. And the way he is, foolish club, the way he realizes like that may change what I do on game day. So he comes right back to literally like he could have done this in 2 or 3 days. Like, don't worry what I said. Literally in the punt session, still he goes, hey, go ahead and punt. I don't want to like mess up what you're doing because I don't want I don't want to mess up anything we have going on for our defense in the game. He goes, but before you leave, fix it.
Oh, okay.
Me fix it.
Yeah.
So I told Clark that story, and Clark was like, that is just like my dad. Did he really say that? But he did. He goes, before you leave, fix it. And he turned, and I was like, was he serious? He goes, no, he wasn't serious. He just wanted you to. But I was like, dang, man.
Just don't hit it no more.
I'm like, I'm not hitting it, man.
That's crazy, man, because like hearing you tell that story, man, like, and I don't know how, but it's like Clark Hunt now has been such an integral part of the team, right?
Oh, yeah.
That it's just like almost you forget like Lamar, was there still when you came on. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's an awesome story.
Well, even the small, and I'm sure there's many stories about Coach Reid, man, and just even that. I mean, even from other players have said that the small little bit that they've said, right, about how the relationship they have with him and how incredible he is, man. Shout out Coach Reid, man.
But I gotta ask you, man, like, us as fans, man, fans, bro. Like, we're sitting here looking at this thing after Dick Vermeil, let's say, and we're like, what the hell is going on here? You know, like between Dick Vermeil. I don't know. For me, D-Rod, I'll talk for me. Between Dick Vermeil and Andy Reid, as a fan, I know I was like, I'm defending these dudes everywhere I go. Wherever I go, I'm wearing Chiefs. I'm a fan. I'm going to the games.
It's the beauty of the city.
Rough, man.
What are they doing? You know what I mean? I mean, did you ever feel that way, man, as a player?
All of those were like some of the best. I think that like we grew more in that time, that core group of guys that got to see all of that because it was a turning point in the organization where you see, there's not often times where you see like somebody that brings a team somewhere and then their son takes it to a whole nother level that nobody ever anticipated. Right. Especially seeing some of the years you're talking about, but like we had like the Tyler Thigpen years where we lose 8 games that we were ahead of the other team.
Right.
Going into the 2-minute warning, winning, and we lose all 8 of those games.
Yeah.
And you're going like, what could that have season been if we don't have, we're doing all kind of flea flickered, like he's catching, Tyler Thigpen's catching passes. They were super creative in certain points. I just think that like we were operating in a level that was way under the salary cap that wasn't Belichick ball. Mm-hmm. They were spending 89% of their money with Tom Brady and plugging in key players, both keen minds.
Right.
And then you have Kansas City that Andy Reid, John Dorsey, those guys come in and the message has changed. It's not, hey, we're not going to let players get to their incentives. And then you have Andy Reid and John Dorsey and Brett Veach. And they're like, we want you to come here and we want you to get paid.
Yeah.
Because if you're getting paid, you're doing well, we're doing well. And they're spending 108% of their cash.
Oh yeah,
that changed everything. They changed to like, I don't know if I want to go to Kansas City or not. It's out in the middle of the country. It's not on a coast, to a free agent destination.
Right.
Like overnight when he showed up, he turned a small market into the biggest NFL market there is.
Yeah. So man, so all these regime changes, man. How do you stay consistent, man, with that? Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a different coaches. They're bringing in probably their own coaches with them, right? Their own personnel people. Right. You got different offenses, How do you stay consistent through all that, man? Yeah,
well, I mean, like during those times, that's where, Herm brings him in. Guys like John McGraw, that just second-round pick out of K-State, he comes in, and that's a culture changer.
Right.
You got Andy Reid, hey, like we've struggled with finding quarterbacks in the past that are consistent and, game players. We've had some injuries here and there, and we're bringing in Alex Smith, which we know is the ultimate game manager.
Yeah.
And he can push the ball. He can hit all the throws. And so that was like a cool part of being through some of that. And if you look at all these organizations, nobody's on top forever.
Yeah.
I think that I think of guys like, man, Derek Johnson, Justin Houston, Jamal Charles, Tom Ali, these guys that were a part of those building blocks.
Yeah.
And it's tough to say, there was a lot of foundation built.
Yeah.
When Andy Reid got there and John Dorsey, I've seen John Dorsey tell the total weight of the team within 7 pounds just looking at people.
Wow.
And you're going like, wait, how did you do? Like he's like Rain Man or something. And then Brett Veach everybody has their thing. I've seen Brett Veach during workouts, laying down on the turf on his stomach, propped up with his elbows on his phone, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't know he was good." He's like, "Hey, this guy's on the market." I mean, he is working as we're working out.
Yeah.
Literally dialing for dollar. They never stop working over there. And they love football. They're passionate about it. The culture that they create, it turns people from can't wait. Okay, meetings are done at, and then all of a sudden you got guys playing bags in the locker room and staying longer hours and can't wait. We don't want the football season to end.
Right.
Yeah.
Was there a team, man, or an era there, let's say before Andy Reid, where you thought, going into the season especially, let's say, you thought, man, this is going to be special, this team is going to be special this year, and then maybe things didn't pan out right for whatever reason.
Yeah, and I thought, I think offense and defensively, how the Chiefs have been the last few years, I did think that 05 team was special. Dick's last year,
right.
I mean, you have Hall of Famers on that. I got Tony Gonzalez, Will Shields, first ballot Hall of Famers, Willie Rofe, which my first road game with Willie Rofe, they always, you have whiteboard offense, whiteboard defense, special teams, get out of here, guys, you're out of here. But they pull all of our chairs. My first time ever flying back from an away game, Willie Rofe sat down on my pop-out chair in a visiting locker room on my suit, and the whole thing was a darker color. It was totally soaking wet with sweat. But some of those Dante Hall, nobody wanted to punt to him. I got to punt to him every day at practice. That got me better.
Right.
So we had in 2010, that was a really, really special group with Todd Haley. There's a lot of dysfunction going on, but it was good. You have Charlie Weiss in the mix. He's got Matt Castle throwing 27, 28 touchdowns, 3 picks, going to the Pro Bowl. So it was like there. I just think that it takes like a mastermind and several masterminds where you come in, you got to have certain guys that kind of clean out the organization, and then you got guys like Mark Donovan that come into the mix first. And then you start, like, if you look at the matrix, if you're like Russell Crowe and you're like doing all the like red lines, you're
beautiful
like,
mind.
We should have seen this coming. Oh my God, Andy Reid's coming here. This is crazy. And so like once they got that like gang together, then it's just one or two guys like going, like the guys that they bring in now, coaching and players, they don't leave for like lateral positions in other organizations. They go to the head guys.
Bigger.
It's like, and that's the culture because they love being over there all the time with each other.
Right.
So
that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. What would you say, man? I mean, your biggest challenge, man. I mean, and we're going to work our way here in a second toward the eras of the true dynasty that we know today, right? The dynasty we know today, which you were part of the 2019 Super Bowl team. But what would you say was your biggest challenge, man, through those early years, man? I mean, outside the fact, you know, you're coming in the NFL, you know, at what point are you a vet, by the way? Like, when does people like John McGraw look at you and say, yeah, you're a vet? Or Jared Allen, you know, he's like, yeah, you're pretty good. I like you now. You know what I mean? When does that happen?
Yeah, I mean, it happens like with John, it was like we just hit it off socially, like automatically. And then, you know, you're like, you know, I've been here longer than him though, so like I kind of know.
Did you walk up to John and be like, hey man, you're a second rounder, you better be good?
Well, that's kind of how it started. That's how it started. And then he's like, hey, let's go over Lifetime Fitness. And he beat me 10-2 in one-on-one basketball, and he dunks. And I'm like, dude, the white safety going crazy on the punter, like at least make me feel like an athlete.
Did you do that on purpose, John? Yes. Just to let you know.
It was probably worse than that. It was embarrassing. I thought I was a good athlete. They're like, anyway. But
The best punter athlete.
So I mean, when did you feel like, man, like, okay, I'm gonna be here in the NFL for a while? You know what I mean? Was it year 5, year 7, year 2? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so. When Frank Gantz Jr. came down, worked me out at Tennessee, he forgot the footballs, and he's like, hey, this is like when I felt like I had a home if they were to draft me. I was at the combine. I'd already punted for the Chiefs, and the Chiefs were like, hey, we got a draft pick. We've had some, you know, bad luck. You know, we're trying to be in the top 15 of the defense. We have a top 5 offense. We got to get like what Seattle would say the 12th man. We got to get like a punter, but like we want to weaponize the punter and turn into a defender. And so I was like, dude, I'm buying all of that. Like I love Frank Gantz Jr. And so we're sitting at this trial and stuff, and I go to the combine, and I'm sitting in front of like gobs of NFL special teams coaches, and they had just drafted B.J. Sanders in the 3rd round for Green Bay the year before, and he didn't pan out for whatever reason. And anyway, I'm doing this interview process, and they're like, hey, if we get you to Kansas City, are you coming alone or are you bringing somebody? And I was like, well, I have a fiance, and you know, I'm definitely bringing her. She's supposed to go to Memphis Dental School, but I mean, if you draft me, we'll have to figure that out later. And so he's like, well, okay, what's her name? And I said, Christia Brinkley. And he's like, so all these special team coaches are like laughing and stuff, because this is like, you know, they're asking me like, do you do drugs? Right. All the things. And they're like, who you bringing? And so they're thinking I'm like making a Chuck Norris joke. But my wife's maiden name is Brinkley, and it's Christia, not Christy. Right. So anyway, my agent doesn't get a call. He's like, you're a second day guy. Like, I haven't gotten a call. And so it's funny because Frank calls, he goes, hey, we haven't called your agent, but we're about to pick you up with the 99th pick in the 3rd round. And he goes, look, I know you had the talent, but I have to know if I can hang out with somebody for like 9 months out of the year. And when you said you were bringing Chuck Norris's wife to town, you had me. You had me. Like, I can deal with humor. Like, I'm good. And so I was like, I'm literally like,
Okay.
No, and I'm like, I want to explain it, but then I'm like, what if they take the pick off the board? And so I'm like,
right.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. And I'm like, don't think anything of it. About 20 minutes later, I get the, Dustin, this is Dick Vermeil. How are you doing? I'm like, no way. Yeah. Because I was at the Senior Bowl and I shook his hand. And this is Andy Reid and Dick Vermeil are almost the same people.
Same, yeah.
And so I'm outside of the elevator. I just got done with the Cleveland Browns, and I hit the button, and I look up, and I'm like, it's Dick Vermeil, and I know that because he's the first special teams coach. It's Dick Vermeil, and so I was like, hey, and I literally said, hey, Dick, and I was like, Coach Vermeil. I was like fanboying, and I was like, Coach Vermeil, I'm Dustin. He's like, oh wow, you're a big punter. He bypasses my hand. And gives me he's like, you're a big punter. I think we kind of like you. And I was like, there's no way this is happening. So when I got the call finally, I was just like, there is no way. Yeah, and then that's when the story segues into Jared Allen going you better be good. I'm like, oh,
Jesus, man.
Yeah. Pressure's on.
Yeah. But you know what, man? You talked about something that I always kind of wonder, man. Is the punter a defensive player or an offensive player? Because, man, it's kind of like you want to position them to be. You're the only player that has the, I don't know, ability, let's say, to position the other team further toward their own end
They got to
zone,
work for it.
You know what I
mean?
Yeah. They got to work harder because of you. So I don't know, man. Talk about that. It's offensive, right? I mean, you're fourth down, right? You're kicking the ball on fourth down. That's offense.
Johnny would say, and I agree with this, I think. Well, from his standpoint, it's straight up defense. And because we failed. We didn't get the first down, and so even though my grandmother would say why do you always give the ball back to the other team?
Right.
We'd work at practice, and that was a cool part. I mean, I've journaled this about Dante Hall. Dante Hall was like, I have to have game day concentration to catch punts from Dustin because I was a lefty and I could hit it high most of the time.
Right.
And so, but when he would give those kind of words of encouragement, and you have guys like John, hey, we got you. And so it doesn't become hey, I just want to get the ball out there and fair catch or whatever.
Right.
That kind of encouragement off the field, from players, it weaponizes you.
Yeah.
And so you say hey, man, I'm not trying to get a fair catch at the 25.
Right.
I'm trying to stick a dart inside the 5.
Right.
Because my favorite part of watching film with those guys the next day, and they got to watch film, is when they take that really, really, really short or really, really long field, but they have to guard just that little bitty box right there close to the. And so my favorite part, though, watching film is after that punt, you still pan over to the sidelines, and you got all those defensive line and all the defensive players running out of the field, and they're pointing back at you. If you've done your job, they're pointing back, saying thanks for the field position. Yeah. And if they're not, I didn't do my job. Yeah. And so I would literally obsess over watching the sidelines, saying I want to see that. I don't want to see the long field, 70-yard field, 60-yard field. I want that 85, 95-yard field.
Right. Do you have a memory of, let's say, where you didn't do your job?
Oh, for sure.
And you were like, oh, shit. And you the coach is looking at you, or a player says something to you.
You dropped your head.
Do you have that moment?
Yeah, and you have that thing where Sean Landetta, Parcells comes up, he goes, what happened? And he goes, I missed it. And he totally missed the ball. It was windy.
Right.
And you have one of those moments where you hit it off the side of your foot, and it's everybody talks about keeping the momentum.
Right.
And I wanted, my job was, I don't want people pissed off that we didn't get a third down and go up and go to the bathroom or go get a beer.
Yeah.
I want them to watch what was about to happen on this punt. And kind of change that momentum. Because when you have one of those long balls like that, but when you have a situation where you don't do it, I mean, I've done it in Pittsburgh. I've done it in places before where you're literally I could have flipped the field, changed the game, and I didn't.
Change the momentum. And I'm sure that probably sticks with you more than all the other great ones, right? They always say that too. Like, people, will remember your screw-ups more than all of what you did good, And, well, as an individual, like you probably like, man, I still remember how I felt on that one.
Yeah. And that's, too, like, that in Overland Park, as cool as it is with the barbecue and the nightlife and the people you get to meet. And I mean, people do all kinds of crazy stuff in the city.
They get pissed.
They also watching the thing. So I would go out and get my mail. And I remember
they'd be out there.
Yeah, one of my soccer moms staring at you.
Turned into one of my favorite, and just like, what, these St. Louis moms are like, what was that? John and Shelley Hill lived it was like cul-de-sac, John and Shelley Hill, me, cul-de-sac, Larry Johnson's cul-de-sac. And so we'd go out and get the mail, and John's like, what happened on that one punt? And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, how are the sprint cuts?
Right. Yeah.
And I'm like, I know what you do for work too, man.
Yeah.
All right. I was like, all right.
My pizza better be right next time I come over.
I was like, I got to get this right.
Man, that's hilarious. So let's talk about that. So 255 games, almost 1,200 punts, too short of 1,200 punts, man. Your average, this is Football Reference, by the way. Don't kill me, ESPN.com people. All right. 44.8 yard average. Your longest punt. I wonder if do you know your longest punt?
81 against Darren Sproles.
81
yards.
81.
But
good job.
Really, it's about Darren Sproles.
Darren Sproles.
Got
Big
him.
K-Stater, Olathe North. Shout out Darren Sproles,
Great
Kansas City, man.
He's a great dude.
Did you play with Darren Sproles? Yeah.
Yep.
This needs to be a podcast, John. You and Darren right here. All right. Oh, by the way, 103 touchbacks, 9 total tackles, bro.
It's too many.
That's a lot.
It's too many.
What was John doing?
Oh, oh man. I think every time I tackle somebody, I got hurt. I did that suck up. We had at the end of the half, suck up came up short, which he rarely did.
Yeah.
And the guy returned it, which was the best part about this story, I think, because I had a good angle. I did hawk. I hawked him down. It was the guy. I can see his face even, but I was hawking him down. He on his calves, he had the 4.29. These guys, if they run super fast, they'll throw that 40. They'll throw the 40 on the calves. And I love it. My favorite thing is the NFL locker room. It's the culture clash and the brotherhood. There's nothing like it. So he comes up short, as punter, holder, and kicker. We're looking at this thing, and I'm like, when it's probably not going to go in, you start contorting your body, and you're going I don't think. And then after you see the quick stripe of the crossbar, you're like, that did not go in. Yeah. And then you're like, oh my gosh, they had a guy back there. And then you're like, and that was the dude that ran really fast the combine.
He had the 40 on
my way, man.
And we've got nothing but big dudes in front of us and 2 little guys. And so anyway, they do the bench call. So they fake one way. All the guys are like, oh, he's going to, and they fake back. And man, he takes off. Well, I ended up hawking him down at the 12-yard line.
Got you.
On the other 12-yard line.
Yeah.
And man, I tore my labrum. I ended up having 9 anchors put in after the season, stuff like that. But the funniest thing ever about that play, he's like, they're excited because you have a kicker tackle. It's crazy.
Colquitt,
I know it's going to be instant cred probably when you're watching film, but you still don't want to put that as a special on tape. But the funny thing is our locker room's on the opposite side. Jacksonville's down where I tackled the guy. Yeah. And so as I hawk the guy down, I'm laying on the thing, my shoulder's literally just hanging. And the guy, his teammates are like, you got tackled by the holder. I wasn't a punter, I wasn't a kicker, I was the holder, which is apparently way down the list. And so guys, even guys on our team are like, happy for me, but laughing because I got called the holder.
Oh, the holder. Man, is that a position? I guess that's a position. The holder. You were the holder, by the way.
It's the it's the best way I can describe that is when you like go to events and do stuff like that. They're like, we have a professional athlete in the room and he's a punter for the Kansas City Chiefs. And in the locker room, they don't call you an athlete.
Oh, really?
They're just like, oh, you're the kicker.
You're the kicker.
Yeah. And our long snapper, he's a kicker.
Yeah.
You're like, kicker.
But you know what, man? There's something. Let's talk about that for a second, Dustin, because, like, I've been around a lot of football, but not professionals, college football players, high school, obviously, and they will just, man, football, toughest sport out there, man. You know, you can't, football players, right? You got to be athletic. You got to be able to run. You got to be strong and fast. And I'm a baseball player. I used to be. And I would tell them, hit a 90-mile-per-hour baseball. Go try that real quick, and then come talk to me.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I can tackle a person, you know? My Uncle Charlie, I almost put him in ICU when I tackled him. I was 14 years old, you know? I could tackle a big man, but go hit a baseball, right? Like, I mean, dude, for them to call you, like, you're not an athlete, bro, like, why? Just because you kicked the ball?
It's more of... It's how long they've played football and some of our paths to that same sport,
gotcha.
and the tackling style, the instincts for taking a man's head off.
It's a little cliquish.
Yeah, every tackle's a street fight. Like it's that. I think the difference between like we look very similar, but we were in a game against Cincinnati, and Coach Prefer called a fake punt, and it was supposed to be a pitch to me where I run it, and nobody expects that because you're the punter. You don't run with the ball ever.
Right. Yeah.
Well, Prefer didn't tell me. He forgot to tell me. So
you're like, what the hell are you doing?
John gets this like snap and runs out and like is looking at that guy to see if he needs the pitcher or not. Most guys would have looked and thrown. So the instincts of somebody that's played football all of his life and someone like me, he literally goes like this, sees I'm not there, tucks it, and like runs.
Right.
I would have thrown the ball and nobody would have been back there, would have scooped and scored. So that's what they're talking about. It's the X's and O's part.
Gotcha. It's where your mind is basically in those moments, right?
Yeah.
I got that, man.
I got good tackles. But I'm usually concussed afterwards.
I was going to say, you said you got hurt after every single one of them.
My wife was like, you've had 3 straight surgeries in season. Quit doing that shit. Yeah. One time, Carl Peterson called down. We were playing the New Orleans Saints, 4th preseason game, and he called down, and this is like Carl Peterson was, you know how he was. He treated the Hunts' money and organization as his own, knowing it was theirs. And you can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like he was like an amazing human that brought all of us together.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember he called down to Prefer one year on the phone and was like, this is a preseason game. If anything happens late in this game, like a kick return, punt return, don't tackle, just let it go. Like it's not on your stat sheet. And so Preef's like, say you understand. And so we're like, yeah, we get it. And he goes, he wants you to look up to the Hunts box. And we're like, what? And he's like, look up to the Hunts box. And we're like, I don't know where it is. I haven't been in there yet. I'm on the field. So we like, look at it like that. And so Carl's up there and he's like, and we were like, yeah, we won't do it. So Lance Moore is the punt returner. I hit a ball, and like competitive nature, you see these guys running down after those guys. And so you're like, you're not like, hold up. Same thing. I kind of like chase him down the sidelines, chase him. I ripped his like necklace off, but I hit my head, and I'm like down for a little bit. Ooh. So I'm like kind of like, God, again, like this is like, I mean, I got him down, but it's like, are you serious? How do these guys do this? So I get over the sidelines. You know who's sitting at my neck?
Carl Peterson.
Wow.
He's like, bro, we called you.
What did I tell you?
Told you not to. You're like, this guy's like, it was like, what's that Adam Sandler character? Mr. Diggs? Is it Mr. Diggs? The guy literally like, boom, he's like right there. Oh, yeah. Carl's like, I told you not to do this.
Right.
So attention to detail over there is like,
well,
always has been.
So 9 tackles, which means 9 injuries, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Or more, maybe. You 7 of them solo, though. I mean, hey, you hawked that one guy down in Jacksonville, right? Yeah. 2 assists. You were also 1 of 2 passing completions for 6 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, could have been a good quarterback, man. 50% your whole life, man.
I don't think anybody that, I mean, Pat's not there, right?
I don't know.
Where's Pat? What's Pat?
I don't know. Is Pat 50%?
He's going to kill me when he sees this.
Pat might be. I hope he is. He's like in GOAT talk. He better be above 50.
Oh, he
Pat,
is.
if you aren't above 50, you're lucky that Dustin didn't decide to play quarterback. That's all I'm going to say. Because he's 50%, 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Bro.
I do have a story that's like pretty crazy. When we used to play San Diego in Qualcomm in the Herm years, he was from California,
Oh, yeah.
The crazy thing about all of our coaches, all of them are big time family guys.
Yeah.
Like, love their family. And so Herm was like, if we're going out the West Coast, get ready. We're going for 2 days. We're going to acclimate. I'm going to see my family. I want you guys to relax. We'd go to movies and like he did it the right way. Like,
Right.
We got to spend more time with each other that way.
Yeah.
And I remember being in the locker room after he had gone. He had kind of set this thing of like, we started like liking that schedule because it was like, you got your bodies right.
Right.
So Ron Zorn, or the Washington Redskins head coach that came on as an offensive coordinator, quarterback coach, Jim Zorn, right? So he comes in. I was Herm Edwards' emergency quarterback, like our third guy. Okay. So I'm on all of the depth charts for 3 years. And I would throw to receivers. I'd catch for quarterbacks. I'd do a lot of stuff. So he comes in and sees all that information. And in San Diego, he goes, hey, just to let you know, I know that like in the NFL, we don't like to talk about like injury protocol. We don't put stuff out. Sometimes it's like, hey, this guy's got a Achilles.
Right.
And then he has 3 touchdowns. Like,
yeah.
So he's like, so let you know, like, we got somebody that's got like bruised ribs. And the other guy's like, he's got a bicep thing on his throwing arm. So like, if anything happens,
we're gonna get you.
You're in.
Yeah.
And Thomas Gafford and Ryan Suckup are literally sitting in this locker room. It's a old baseball thing. So there's only 4 stalls, 3 lockers. And we got a little TV in there watching the earlier games. And so Thomas looks at this is like pre-Thomas. Yeah. And so he hears this. He's like, backup quarterback. And he's like, I know, like in high school, he's like, you're a Knoxville guy. We're at Bearden. So like they ran, like you can hand off to the running back, right or left. You can throw to the tight end, right or left.
Right.
And I was like, yes, sir. And so he's like, all right, we're good to go. Now, if we do have to hit a tight end, if we need 7 to 10 yards, you're good with like rolling out and all that. I know you're doing center exchange stuff. He looked over one time and we were working on if there is a mayday situation where, man, it's too close to call. It could be a 4th down, could be a 1st down.
Right.
We're going to go ahead and get out there ready for a field goal.
Right.
Then you do center exchange, spike, and then we'll get the offense back out there, or we'll say, all right, hurry up, field goal.
Right.
He's seen that on film. So he goes, I know you've done all this stuff. Yeah. You're the backup quarterback. So I was like, oh, well, Castle takes this massive hit in Qualcomm Stadium. So he goes down. Next guy goes in, and Zorn's like, all right, we got to get you that QB helmet. and so Thomas Gafford's like, you need to tell him. And I'm like, we're already way too.
It's too late.
We're here. He's like, you should have told him in the locker room. Like, he's upset. He goes, I played high school quarterback and tight end and a bunch of other stuff. You never even barely played high school football. And I'm like, look, we cannot. We're good. Yeah. So like Matt gets up. I think he ends up finishing the game, but like Thomas is like, never put us in that situation again. And so, but when Andy Reid comes, they see that paper trail. And so Andy's like, hey, if we need you to like throw receivers, you go with that. And I was like, I'm good. Like, I don't want to do that. You got plenty of guys now. Like, you got the stable full.
Yeah.
Don't want to do that.
That's hilarious, man.
Man, that's hilarious.
So around, let's just say 2014, 2015, okay? Again, fan perspective, so don't kill me for this,
All
Dustin,
good.
but let me just ask you the question. When did you feel like, man, they got some, like, you've seen pieces. You said Dante Hall. You said, you had Priest Holmes, Jamal Charles. You had all these pieces, right? It didn't work out for those teams, but then when did you start feeling like, holy shit, man, like we got some serious talent on this team now? I mean, Andy Reid's here, obviously. You got the coaching there. You got Dave Toub there, right? I mean, when did you start feeling and seeing this from your perspective as a player? Like, man, this team can be special.
Yeah, I think we got pieces like, John McGraw. The year before, we had Bell, the linebacker from the Steelers, come in, and you have Ty Law in there, Pat Surtain, the second round trade. Like you had the pieces, and I think that like when the big changes came, were obviously when Andy came, there was a physical wall in between our business and football side that was very distinct. Of like, this is you do business, we do football, and we're not related. And Donovan was trying to strip that down, and when he finally got it stripped down, and Clark brought everybody in and said, "We're having talks. I've only heard from one voice. I want to hear from all the voices."
Everybody,
And man, like when he did that, like I was like, "That probably set
the tone for everybody,
for everything." Because Clark, who addressed plenty of crowds before them, he was sitting at a blackjack table. And literally just went all in and said, I'm getting somebody in here that we have the guys. Now we got to figure out depth and culture. And once Clark did that, when he went all in and said, we're getting Andy Reid here, and the plane was sitting on the tarmac, I do like a podcast called Hang Time, and I had him on my podcast, and he went through all of like this intricate details of all this. And I was one of the 2 players that went in there and talked about what had gone on for the last 2 or 3 years. And he didn't tell me what the plan was. He just said, we got big plans. You're going to see here about the 6th of January. And I was like, dang, I mean, that's pretty specific. But like, he is a go-getter, and he wants to hit home run balls. Like, he's the Babe Ruth. And like, when you bring in guys like Andy Reid and John Dorsey, and what you've seen consistently, like Brett Veach, like his,
him alone too, man. Genius, man.
His man, like when I'm like, what's he doing? And then like, man, he is like, there's a new guy in a locker right there. Boom, another one the next day. You're like, dude, this guy's like scouting, scouting,
left and right.
Like he loves it. And he's a great, he cut me, right? By the way, but dude, like his business and like his vision, and same with John Dorsey and Andy Reid, Dave Toub, like Dave Toub too. He would like say like, we're looking at these 3 dudes in free agency, and you're like, there's 32 teams. There's no way you can collect all those guys. They're special teamers, and they'd be in that room sitting there.
Wow.
And so Andy Reid was like, look, we've got everything we need. Special teams is important too. And so like, that was the first time we really had like 3 phases of football: offense, defense, special teams. Where you're like, that's it. Offense, and a different mentality. You have 3 shots on offense. You got to punt. You got 3 times on defense. But special teams is different. It's like 1 shot, 1 kill. Like you got 1 opportunity. It's got to be the best. And so like when you got that guys and you have depth at every position, that's what I noticed is practice squad guys look different. Like the backups of the backups look different. You got like 7 receivers.
Like we're deeper than we've ever been.
And usually like in the past years, you would say like, we're looking for guys that like can contribute now. And this was different. It was, not all of you guys are going to make it because we're depth, but this is your resume. So put it on film and we'll help you however you can if you got to go somewhere else. So by saying that, they were saying like, this is where everybody wants to be now. Not everybody can make it, but you have to work hard and you'll be somewhere else, and we'll make sure of it. That's different.
It seems like throughout this time, man, every team, the roster that you had, it was all set there. I mean, there was good players. I mean, we went through them already. There was there. It's just what you're saying, it seems like, is that just need a little bit more leadership.
They had more like offensive team, or maybe more of a defensive team, and then like he said, like all came together.
It all came together. How they built it, how they grew it and led it. Right? Oh man,
it's just the depth too. It's not like you got 1 guy on offense, 1 guy on defense. Like you have like 3 or 4 dudes on both sides of the ball. And then you guys got contributing. You have guys like, I mean, Chris Jones. Whenever he wants to, he's like, by the way, I'm gonna block a field goal. Like it's just gonna happen. Those guys, and Dave Toub's like, you're not just playing defense. Like, we're blocking field goals because it's the difference of the game.
Yeah.
We're not going to a game that we know is going to be in between 3 and 7 points. If we get lucky and Pat and Trav and everybody is like rocking and rolling, like we win by 21, whatever it was,
Right.
we're going to be playing some tight games.
Right.
We got to have dudes on teams.
Yeah.
You know, you talked about when they when they were gonna throw you in as quarterback, but I remember I heard also, and I don't know if you heard this either too, Jail, but tell me if I'm right or wrong. Did Justin Reid also practice punting as well?
Oh, he
I think I seen one clip of him punting, and he
can hit it. Like,
Bro.
that's it. And I've done that with guys before. I'll like teach him a little tech, but he can kick off, he can kick extra points. Like, he's a great utility player to have. Like,
and I think they threatened to use him once before too, or something like that, but they pulled him out.
Well, I thought he kicked a field goal, or he kicked off. Or something.
He kicked off.
Oh,
he's
kicked
kicked
off.
extra points.
Yeah.
Like, he's kicked, like, he's done it all. Like, that's the difference when you have. That's the difference between 2013 to present and before that is. They've thought of everything.
Yeah.
Like, before that, if we have a kicker that goes down, we don't have somebody that can kick with the same thing. You have a left-footed punter, and you got to change the holder stance.
Yeah.
So those guys, checks and balances.
Yeah.
So that's what makes sense. I mean, you're saying how it all. Yeah, man.
But when
that
so I just took note of these things. So in 2014, the Chiefs drafted Kelce.
Yeah.
Okay, so 11 years ago. 2016, Chris Jones, Tyreek Hill, 2016, Kareem Hunt, 2017, Mahomes, 2017, Harrison Butker, 2017 came on the team. They didn't draft him. Man, like, you're seeing this happen. You were here in 2005, so this is about 10 years later. You're tenure now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're watching this in spring practice, and you're watching all these things, man. Did you know, like, I mean, do you know, like, man, this is going to be a Super Bowl team?
When I remember there was a specific day at practice where Pat is on the 2 offense versus the 1 defense. And he has a day where, I mean, right as the ball reaches the apex, everybody's going like, that's a touchdown. Like, that's a,
Really?
and then you're like, like, you can't really tell until it's like right there, right?
Right
I mean,
there,
there's tight windows
Right.
most of the time. But like before and as it hits an apex and you're going like, that's 6. That's a different generational player.
Yeah,
and that's what I was seeing. And that's when I'm going like,
oh yeah,
I'm not going to be punting very much anymore because they've got this figured out. And I remember Kelce, like, he struggled in his rookie year because he had like a micro fracture in his knee. A lot of people don't know like some of the stuff that he was like struggling with. And man, like, he was just like getting through that. And like, he is one of the classiest players of keeping a locker room together because he can do full spectrum of every personality in that room. Like, he's got command of the microphone, and like, he's gonna, like, man, when he's out of practice,
Right.
he was like Tony Gonzalez. I mean, Tony Gonzalez is catching 80 balls after practice. I remember watching my rookie year going like, all right, I get why, because he'd be like, I have bad hands. And I'm like, no chance, buddy.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I mean, I do have bad hands. I just catch so many balls, like, you can't see it.
Right.
And like, when you get all those guys in the same room over a certain period of time like that, and then all of a sudden they mature close to the same time, it's just tough. That's why you see all of the back of that ring nobody got to see barely during the pandemic.
Yeah.
You have all those deficits because they never stopped. That started in when we went to London.
Right.
Man, we're 1-5 going to London, and we're getting briefed on a Thursday before we fly over there across the pond. And Andy Reid's like, we're 1-5, but we're fine. Like, we're going to be just fine.
He felt that way the whole time.
Yeah. He told all of us, he's like, we're good to go. Like, we just got to we got to win out though.
Wow.
And he goes, nobody's panicking. I didn't hit the panic button on any of you. He never raised his voice. 111 straight. And I think that like set a tone for like those next couple of years of like, you know, Patriots had to do that too. They had ups and downs and had smooth sailing and like really rough. I mean, when Brady got hurt, that was crazy. But I mean, it was the calm of the storm, like in that building.
Yeah.
And that it starts with that leadership.
I mean, you talked about this a little bit earlier, man. Like, and I would love for you to do this because you're the perfect player to talk about this. Dave Toub, man. Like, Andy Reid, man, like he's top 3 coach ever in the NFL. Wins, Super Bowls, everything now. And he still has more to go, obviously. So he could arguably be the best coach ever. We'll see. But Dave Toub, man, like, I don't feel like people understand his value. You know what I mean? To the team and what he really brought. So he started off, if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, as special teams coordinator, right?
He's like a strength coach.
Okay, but he's a big guy, so he's a strength coach.
You don't make him mad.
No, Dave, don't get mad at me, please. But now he's like an assistant coach, I think, officially for the team or whatever. Man,
assistant head coach.
Assistant head coach. Thank you. I think it's time to give Dave his flowers, man. Like, give this dude his flowers. Now, what is so special about Dave? And you're a coach now, too, by the way, so you kind of see it from a different perspective, too, right?
Yeah.
What is so special about this guy, man?
I think the thing that Dave does well is he makes it simple for everybody and wants everybody to play fast. Mm-hmm. He includes everybody on game plan. You have a specific thing. I mean, from one year to the next, you have very similar meetings on the same days. Mm-hmm. So when you got a core group of specialists that he wants in that room, and he's not afraid to jump on that draft table and say, we got to have this guy. Mm. And Andy gives him that flexibility. And, I mean, there's special teams is a third of the game. Not often do you have the same time as offense, defense, special teams. But Dave makes sure that we have just about a third of the time. Oh, yeah. And he spreads it out so it looks like, hey, the guys are getting breaks and we're going to do special teams, but he's getting in his special teams.
Sure.
Dave knows how to manipulate that time.
Yeah.
He's a very good talent evaluator. And like I said, when he jumped on that table and he was like, when you guys are done, I got guys that I need in this room that like I have talked to, I want here.
Who's a player that you remember him being like, this is the dude we need, and the Chiefs got him? Do you know a player?
I mean, every year he'll have 3 guys that every special teams coach in the league has. We got to get this guy in the room.
Right.
I mean, he got Cairo Santo. I mean, he would tell you, he's like, I don't know a lot about kicking. It's bullshit. Like, he got Harrison here, he got Cairo. Like he knows kicking stuff.
Special teams. Man.
I think what is special about him is not per se 1 or 2 players, because he will say like, all right, you're my surgeon, you're my technician,
right?
And like he groups a bunch of guys going, and so it's like, look, if we got these like 5 or 6 guys that are core on every team, then my returner guys, who I've handpicked, by the way, can get going. And so his the scheme. Like, I wouldn't tell you like all of the names of his stuff.
Sure, don't do that.
But dang, like to see it dry out, and he'll have stuff that he'll drop in the sand and say, I've watched this guy every now and again. He'll hit a ball to the left.
Yeah.
We're going to drop a corner back and return it. The Johnny Knox that he's done.
Yeah.
Like it just comes out and you're like, that's not going to happen. And then it happens.
Just like that. Yeah.
And all he does, he goes, DeAnthony made a great play on this. And like, I'm so proud of him for dropping back and catching that ball. I'm like, you told him to do it. Take some credit.
Yeah. That's incredible, man.
Wow.
Another player that you spent quite a bit of time with, man, Harrison Butker.
Yeah.
I mean, this dude, he's incredible, man. And now just seeing him, I mean, he's been injured now. He's had a career here, you know what I mean? But from your perspective and just your understanding of the game as a special teams player, man, with your tenure, like how does this dude do what he does, man? I mean, he has to go out there and kick a ball through a field goal
under pressure,
under all this pressure with the wind, the elements and stuff like that, man. I mean, what do you think makes him unique in his own right?
His work ethic, his faith.
Yeah.
He's child of God material. Like he wears that, and football is super important to him.
Right.
But like Ibs, which is what I call his wife, his kids, like all of that stuff is super important. But he is so good. Like, women are so good about boxing off priorities and doing that. He is good about when he leaves the house and he comes in the facility, he's got another box and he's fully present all the time, gets his work done, loves coming to work, gets it done, takes that box away, back to dad. And he gets stronger every year. I mean, he's just fun to watch him maturity. I remember when I was playing with him, totally clean cut, no beard. I had like the beard, and then I remember turning on the TV. I'm like, oh my gosh, like where's this beard come from?
Yeah, like he's old. Like
we're watching him. Yeah, we're watching him getting older, and there's times where he's like 96, 97%, not making the Pro Bowl.
I know.
What is going on with that?
That should have done happen.
What is going on with that?
I don't know. I don't know. And the funny thing is,
even MVP, you know, like shit.
Well, he doesn't even sweat it. Like he's just there to kick off, like to do his thing. It's amazing. Like
I get that. And
that
you know
would
what,
grate
man?
at me.
I would say, man, like this is what I actually love about as a Kansas Cityan, as a fan of the team since I've been born. This is to me is what separates the Hunt family. I almost did a Dwayne Bowe. The Clarks. This is what.
That's what Mike Vrabel did.
Mike Vrabel.
When Mike Vrabel's first year with Matt Castle, when they came in, we had that. Was he 2010? I think 2010, or was he 9 too? Anyway, they made him address the team. He's a captain, right? 3 Super Bowl, all that stuff. So Vrabel's come in, and he always stretched next to me, and I say stretch. I'm stretching. Everybody's doing the old football line stretching.
Yeah.
I like look over and he's like, I'm like, you're not going to stretch? He's like, dogs don't stretch, kind of deal. He's like, I'm bucking the system at all costs. So they asked him to speak in front of like a packed out house, new, all the build-ons to Arrowhead of the 2010 season, I think it was. And so like everybody is in that house. So he gets up and he's like, hey, I'm really glad to be in Kansas City. Been here before I played, but I'm looking forward to put on the red, like super excited about it. And, I'm goes on. And then he's like, lastly, I'd really like to thank the Clarks for bringing me to Kansas City. And so it's like kind of quiet. So he goes down, sits down, and he's like, how'd it go? And I was like, it was perfect until you told them the Clarks. They're the Hunts. And he was like, oh, my God.
I'm glad I didn't do that. I caught myself. Okay. All right. But no, what I was trying to get to, man, is like, to me, man, the Hunt family, like, this is actually one thing that I've, over time, have truly started to really appreciate about them, is that they don't really pay attention to all the other things that go on with players. They just value them as a human being and what they bring to the team. You know what I mean? And I think, when I see Harrison Butker get an extension, or Kareem Hunt coming back to the team, and all these players, like to me, like that as a fan in, Kansas City, and I'm like, man, dude, like our ownership, they really care.
There's not oftentimes in professional sports where somebody would welcome somebody with open arms and give forgiveness and let him come back and restart his career where it started.
Right.
You're absolutely right. And Andy's good at that. Like all of those guys are. And even though like I got released kind of later on in my career, it is also a business.
Yeah.
Players know that. They know that. There's no hard feelings.
Right.
But like for him to be like, hey, this is an infraction where you got to go.
Yeah.
But then we want you back.
Yeah.
That's what they're dealing with here. And that's the Midwest mentality.
Yeah.
That's how this town is anyways.
Right. Yeah. Describe that, man. So what's it like playing in Arrowhead as a player?
That's crazy. I mean, like, I remember when I first got there, like, they don't give you, like, they give you the prep for, like, how loud it's going to, like, might be. And, like, I would hear, like, occasionally, like, dude, it smells like barbecue. I'm like, that's ridiculous. I come from Tennessee. I know what barbecue is.
Right.
Like, yeah, but not this kind of barbecue. It's like barbecue. And then you got Boulevard. And you got, like, all the stuff. Yeah. And I just remember I didn't know it was going to happen. I'm sitting on the sidelines, holding my helmet right after, like, all the pregame stuff. And Black Betty comes on.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, Black Betty, Bama. And I'm like, all right, this is badass. Like, this is like...
And everybody's going crazy.
Everybody's going nuts. And you're like, this is SEC kind of type football at the pro level. And the only thing is like when you go to other places, even though they're great, and it's not the same.
No, it ain't.
Not Arrowhead.
It's just this place is different.
It's different, man.
Right?
Very different.
It's different.
Yeah. You ever, I don't know, this fly is... wants your attention, Dustin. I don't know. It wants your attention.
It likes me.
It likes you, man. It likes you. By the way, how's that drink?
Perfect.
All right, John,
that was
how's the drink?
That was crazy.
Drink was good?
Crazy good.
Excellent, man. Excellent.
I'm going to take a lighter, though.
Yeah, we need the lighter back. We need the lighter back. I've always wondered this, man. So, as a professional player, man, in sports, and this is probably different by player. I'm assuming a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it evolves over time, But what was important to you, man, as a player, as a part of a professional team organization? What were the important things for you coming here, not just, playing football, obviously, but in Kansas City, what was important for you as a player?
Yeah, I think like when you make that jump from college to professional level, the college is very like rah, the team wins, you win.
Right.
And like when you get to the pro level, you start getting paid to do something. So it's everybody else's entertainment over the weekend is actually your job. And so it becomes, you have, this is a sport,
right?
But really it's like Herm said, like you guys kind of brought that here, is know your role, do your job. And so you knew like every day you had to show up, whether you're throwing up, not feeling great, like you had to show up because they're counting on you for field position, extending a drive for a field goal, a perfect hold. Like that's one of the only things I can think on a field that you can't kind of get away with.
Right. You
can't have a kind of good hold.
Yeah.
So like, man, I had like attention to detail because I was like, man, some of these guys that I'm holding for have kids. They have livelihoods. I don't want to mess that up for them.
Yeah.
And so that pro ball thing you bring in, there's no distractions because everybody knows this is a job.
Yeah.
I'm on a W-2.
Right.
And I don't want to get that wrong.
Right.
And this whole town bleeds red.
Right.
And you can tell when you're living all the suburbs like all of us do.
Yeah.
Man, everybody feels that going to work.
Yeah.
And I love watching people going to work, blaring music with windows down. And when we lose, it was a little bit different.
It's all somber, man.
Yeah, it is somber.
What's it like, man? You gotta drive home. Did you live in Kansas, suburban Kansas, Overland Park or something?
I was at 50th. I was at right off the plaza for 2 years before we had Brinkley, our first son.
Okay.
And then we moved out to the suburbs close to him.
Okay, so you were suburbs. So I'm going to take a guess at how you got to the stadium. I'm going to take a guess, John. All right, let's say you jumped on 435. You went all the way around 435 to the stadium.
So I would do
I-70, maybe?
I would do 143rd, Wyandotte, 150 highway, 71.
Oh, 71.
Yeah.
435.
Okay.
And when I got, he knows this story, but John told John. I remember like after I got cut, like during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So there's like 2 or 3 times where I'd pull out of my house, take a ride on 143rd out of Camden Woods.
Yeah.
Go down 143rd, Wyandotte, 150, and get on 150 highway. About where Loch Lloyd was, and I was like, shit, I don't work there anymore. Because you worked there for so long.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's your routine. Yeah. That's your routine.
My gosh, I couldn't even grow facial hair when I got here.
Right.
And then you leave with 15 years and 5 kids.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those things where like it was just like ingrained in your mind, and that attests to good memories and like working hard over in that building at one Arrowhead Way.
What do they call that? Mental shit. What do they call it?
That's a muscle memory.
Muscle memory. Thank you. I'm like, what is it? It's muscle memory, right?
Yeah.
It's just an automatic, right? It's automatic. I want to talk about this. I want to hear the story about being cut. But before we get there, man, you played in the Super Bowl and you won a Super Bowl. Which, by the way, you got the ring.
Where's that ring at?
Hey, where's that ring at, man? Let's show everybody the ring, man.
I thought you guys were wearing it.
No, we're not wearing it, man. He brought the ring with him.
Wow. Look at that.
Man, look at that.
I know you wanted to see. You got the hat on.
Incredible.
I
man.
do.
This is cool because we talked a little bit before the show. Like that's a ring that nobody got to see. We got it like in the middle of the pandemic, and nobody was doing like appearances and doing all that stuff. And so it's one of those rings when you like take it out, you're like, oh, I've seen the other two, but that one's cool too.
I haven't seen that one. Yeah, I get that. So man, you find yourself, man. You finally, all this work for you, man. I mean, you had to make a lot of sacrifices over the years, as much as any other player. Put up with a lot of shit, man. Let's just face it. You did, man. And then, man, the team went through a lot of stuff. I mean, man, I'm just like the Javon Belcher stuff. I mean, all that, man.
Yeah.
Crazy times, man. Like fans, people like us who've been fans since before they were good. Let's say that. Let's just call it what it is, Dustin.
I was like saying, Dustin, that we've been fans to when we were saying there's next year. We'll be back next year.
So where I was going with that, man, is like you find yourself in a Super Bowl, man. You know, you beat. Let's see, that season, who'd you beat? Houston.
Yeah.
Right? Houston the playoff, which, man, incredible freaking
Crazy.
game. Oh, my God, dude.
And that goes back. It's crazy when I look back to that game. Everybody knows that everything's about momentum.
Right.
And when you look at that, you can say Dave Toub again. You have a guy like Dan Sorensen, which is like our new John McGraw.
Mm-hmm.
And Dave said, look, they have a specific look when we're in 6-box that they run a fake sometimes. So just heads up. And so Dan tees off on it. They run that fake. Just
got it.
Spears them. Tip of the spear, Dan Sorensen. And like you're going like, one over. I kind of want to look over at Dave like, dude, it's like you saw that coming. And you look over to other sidelines knowing that like how many coaches that we got over here that have like game planned, and you're going like, why would they even try that?
Yeah,
they're up so big. All they need to do is punt, run the ball, punt, and they're like, we're going to try a fake. That's smart with Dave Toub on the sidelines. So, but yeah, it's like it was self-inflicted, like some of those wounds.
Absolutely.
And you're going like, but like once you start knocking off these games, like we're not dealing with the Andrew Luck bounce back touchdown stuff of the past.
Yes.
Like we're going, look, if at first, stuff happens.
Right.
Don't let up, put on more steam. It's like the Nealon Maxims.
Yes.
Right? Don't let up, put on more steam. First the gamer breaks go against you, don't let up, put on more steam. And so like as you get into these games, like, hey, we're down.
Yeah.
We've been down before.
Right.
Especially if that Houston. I think that Houston really taught everybody a lesson. Like we're gonna be in it no matter what.
Oh man.
But you're asking about the Super Bowl, and I remember the fun part about the Super Bowl. Obviously, we're down again, still like our chances.
Yes.
With like 7.5 to go, I think Pat throws that interception. My Colston, my junior in high school now, it's like younger, he literally takes a turn and runs up the steps in the Super Bowl. My wife is like chasing after him. Like, where are you going? He chases up and is throwing up in a trash can. Oh wow. Mind you, some of the years that you guys have been talking about, situation you're talking about, I remember coming home and Colson be like, hey, Dad, did you win? I'm like, nah, buddy, we didn't today. He says, so you lost? I'm like, yeah, buddy, we lost. He goes, Dad, you always lost. So, like, he felt that. Like, kids feel like that. Kids at school, they feel it, right?
Man.
So we're going to the Super Bowl, and Christie runs up. He's throwing up. And Christie grabs, he goes, they didn't return it for a touchdown. We still have a chance.
Wow.
And I remember it like melted, because I'm sure we're talking about at home. We're good. Like, we're fine. We got good players now. We got leadership. We have all these things.
Yeah.
And we just hung with it that year, and just, man, it's like that cream just kind of rose to the top that year.
I feel like, man, that playoff run, as a fan, for me, like whenever I knew D-Rod they was going to do it, is the next game between Houston and the Super Bowl. It was the Tennessee game.
Yeah.
It was when Pat tucked that ball and ran.
Oh, yeah.
And he went, he did a touchdown.
It's
right?
Like the toe, like tapping to, like doing all down. I mean,
that play, like that, because let's face it, man, listen, the Houston game, I almost knocked my house down. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
sure,
I was so pissed off, John. You have no, bro. I stood up whenever we went 24 to nothing.
Again,
I stood up.
You're like, again.
And my kids, this is what my kids did. Oh shit, because they're like, what is he about to do, man? I stood up and I just walked outside. I don't know what I did, but I felt like I was gonna knock my house down. We won, but the Tennessee game, man, like, I was there. Way up top. It was cold that day. I remember that. It was cold. The wind was blowing. But when Pat ran through that ball, I was like, oh, they're going to win the Super Bowl. Like, this team has decided we are not losing.
Yeah.
We're going to win.
Yeah.
And that to me was that moment, man. But I'm curious, when did you know, man? Like, we're going to win the Super Bowl? Because it had to be in the game, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's as you watch the games play out that season and how that season happened, and then what we were able to do down the stretch in big moments where normally we would, football teams can get to looking around and like, all right, there's something bad going to happen.
Yeah.
And that year it was like, nah, we're the comeback kids.
Yeah.
Comeback kids, yeah. And America still kind of liked the Chiefs, right?
Oh, yeah.
They still kind of, because everybody hated who?
Oh,
The Patriots,
man, yeah.
which where are they from nowadays? I mean, they're back to that, right? But that like we as fans remember that. You know what I mean? Like, man, like shit. Everybody. I remember the map. Who do you want to win, the Chiefs or New England? In 2018, I guess.
Oh, it was like
Foxborough. Yeah, Foxborough
and everywhere else.
Now it's all like, who do you want to win? The Chiefs is like over Kansas City.
It's just right here in Kansas City, yeah.
Everywhere else is the other team.
I think when that tide started turning, that 2019 season, and what we've seen like present day, it's like we overtook the Rage Against the Machines CD cover of the Evil Empire. Mm. And now everybody's like, that's the new New England. It's the Evil Empire, the guy with the cape.
That's facts.
Yeah.
What was that feeling though, man? I mean, surreal.
Like,
do you remember that? Like, like they said, even when what's his name? Boy, who caught the ball last Super Bowl? I'm having a blank.
The Rocket.
Yeah. He said he didn't even remember.
It's an out-of-body experience a little bit. Like, my first punt in the Super Bowl, I remember, like, right before – I've never said this before a punt, even in high school. I remember, like, right before the Super Bowl, just because of how grand of a stage it is, I remember just the way my arms felt even. I was like, just catch the ball. Like, just secure it.
Yeah.
Like, and then whatever else happens, like, I'm good. I just don't want to drop. Like, whatever. Well, the funny thing is I hit that ball, and their punt returner dropped it. We almost got it. It was a muff ball.
Yeah.
And I remember that like helped me because I was like, everybody's nervous, right? Everybody, because we all care.
It's Super Bowl.
We care. We want to win this game.
That's what you've been doing your whole life, your whole career, and what you're playing for is for that game.
Yeah. So that was like an out of body experience. The AFC Championship game for me actually was the biggest out of body experience because it's in front of like it's really just your fans. And you bring the Lombardi, that trophy back to its house, dons the name, right? Like that's a whole nother kind of level. And then you see these kids that, I was holding all the Hunt kids. In 2000, they were little babies, like Brinkley. They're Brinkley's age and a little bit older. But it's like you see like this organization like kind of grow up in front of all of our eyes, and the city now doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I think the Royals started it though, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, they did,
They
man.
did, right?
2013.
14, 15.
2013 they had they had the winning season. Which I'm 1980 born right here, man.
Yeah.
So Royals sucked my whole life, man. I mean, they just did. We had Bo Jackson, we had George Brett. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Saberhagen.
Saves. Let's go. But yeah, same, man, same.
Oh yeah, man.
All right, so you win the Super Bowl, and then all of a sudden you get cut.
Yeah.
Right. Well, COVID happened. Just that changed the world.
For sure.
But then you get cut, man. Like, talk about that, man. Like, as a fan, we hear this and we just whatever, type of thing. Some people might be like, he's just the punter,
Yeah.
But
changes everything.
As a player, man, like what is that experience, man? I mean, you're probably the most tenured player at the point on the team, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't. I'm hoping it wasn't like a text message or a.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
No, but it was actually like a cool. It was a weird. It's hard to explain because it was during the pandemic. I'm literally in a line of vehicles holding up a poster board for a drive-by happy birthday and leaving like gifts on the walkway.
Oh, okay.
And I look down and it says "I Reid," and that's I've in my phone I have all different like names scattered. So somebody gets my phone, they're like, "Oh, I'm calling Tony Gonzalez."
Yeah,
it's really crazy. And so I remember looking at it, I was like, hello? And he's like, hey, Dustin, it's Andy. And so you go through and you're like, I've watched this happen since 2005. Mm-hmm. I know what it looks like. Mm-hmm. I haven't felt it like this before.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm a transplant, but in a city that I call my home.
Right.
And so it's one of those things where you're like super sad about, because that's, even though you tell yourself that's not going to be your identity, it becomes that, because you get to do so many cool things, speaking in schools, all that stuff. Yeah. And so it's like, it's heartbreaking.
You're planted, man.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm planted. And so it's like, and even when I come back, I'm living in Knoxville now, but I still come back and just love this place to death.
That's
still
awesome,
do.
Man.
Still love all those guys.
Sure. Yeah.
Brett Veach, even the guys that cut me, we still text and talk and business as usual.
For sure, man.
But it hurts.
Absolutely,
but
man.
It's going to happen at some point. There's only a lucky few that say, I'm out.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that's cool.
Did you let's say you didn't get cut.
Yeah.
What was the plan?
One more year.
One more year?
Yeah. It was just a one more year, right out in the sunset kind of deal.
Did you tell them that? Like, look, man, I only got one more year.
Give me one more.
Nah, it's not. Yeah,
it's not like that.
Yeah, it was more like one of those things. Like it's the business.
Decision been made.
You get to see it, and you've seen players like ask for that or say good and go other well and wear and ball out. So it's one of those things where like, all right, it's over.
Yeah.
Even though emotionally it's still there.
Yeah.
You know, it's like everybody gets fired. Or cut at some point.
I get that, man.
Well, just even the whole career span. Like, we all know that the career span of NFL players is pretty short, man. 3.5 years, you know, for those that play or whatever, you know, unless you're first round draft or you know.
For someone like me to complain after being fortunate to play in this market for that long, my favorite pictures are those pictures that you take of training camp of young fans in your first year in River Falls, Wisconsin, and they're still coming to training camps in St. Joe, Missouri, and they're taller than you.
Wow.
And you're going like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy,
like,
right?
And then you're like, thank you, God. Like, I got to play this long. Like,
incredible,
awesome.
man.
That's awesome.
How do you feel, man? I mean, so physically, you've had injuries, man. 9 tackles, 9 injuries. We talked about that earlier, you know. So we talked about that, man. So, I mean, what's it like now for you, man? Do you feel it? Do you feel like, shit, yeah, I played in the NFL, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you feel it sometimes. I think, like, unless you're like superhuman like John McGraw and you stay elastic your entire life because you got genetics. And
John looks like he could throw the pads on right now and go be on the team.
That's what everybody says to him, too. Like, it's true.
Are you hurting, John?
Brett, come holler at John, man.
You know what hurts, though, is like when we're together and they're like, they look at him and they're like, dude, it looks like you could still put on the pads. And I'm like, I'm right here. And they're like, and you're like, dang. But it's like, but there was like a stretch there. Like, I had a microfracture in my knee, groin release, sports hernia, 9 anchors put in my labrum, a screw taken out of your knee, and and it's wear and tear stuff mostly, all that. But you feel it. But then you got guys and an NFL insurance program and all these things that they really take care of their vets. And I mean, that's like the difference is like insurance plan stuff is great. The post NFL playing career, like they want to take care of people that built the game.
Right.
And so we have to celebrate that part of the sport. And I would rather not be able to walk and play football than not be able to do some of that fun stuff and
for sure,
feel
man.
Totally great.
Yeah, for sure. Is there a team you hated playing the most?
Well, it's got to be it was Pats for sure for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, Oakland, those division games.
The rivals all been that way.
Please give us a couple more reasons to hate the Raiders, the Broncos, and the Chargers, please. Just lay them out, man.
Man, I mean, I could go on for days about this. Here's the hard part, and this is the honest truth, is like when we would play, if we were ever in Oakland on Monday Night Football, you know, on the John 3:16 side, I mean, they're banging against the wall.
They're nuts over
they
there.
know your...
In Oakland, they were nuts.
They know your kids' names. Not just like significant others. They know kids' names. They know everything about you. And they are telling you everything. They're like Jimmy Buffett. There's a thin line between Saturday night and Sunday morning. We're going to get after this guy and try to mess him up, all this stuff. And then there'll be like a timeout. And it's so funny. They're in all their Halloween gear, right?
Right.
The timeout goes, it's like a 2-minute like TV timeout, whatever it is. And they're like, "Hey man, how you doing, buddy? Hey, like it's fun watching you play, bro. Like it's really." And you're like, and then it's like, and the ref's like goes like this. "You're a motherfucker. Like I hate you." And you're like, those are the same people. And so as much as you hate playing those division players, the fans are so passionate.
Right.
We got a great thing in the AFC West.
Man, I'm telling you, man. Okay, I hate all those fans, by the way. You just gave me another reason. I hate all those fans.
Blew me away.
I mean, so is there a game, man, that you just remember, like, man, this game, watching this take place? I mean, Super Bowl, obviously, but away from let's say non-playoff game, regular season game. Is there a game when you're watching this game and you're like, holy shit, this is incredible, what's going on? Because I know I have a game, D-Rod, and I'm just going to give you the year, 2018.
Non-playoff?
Yeah, it was a regular season game in 2018. But I would love to hear from your perspective as a player because, man, like, I'm trying to think about that, Dustin. Like, man, you're a player. You're tasked to go out there and punt the ball. Defensive player, by the way, John. Got you, my boy. You're another defensive player. I mean, the thing is like, you have to do your job, but man, how hard is it to not just enjoy the game still too, right? I mean, you're sitting here watching this. I mean, do you get to do that? Has there a game that sticks out where you did that?
Always watching film, but never during the game, except for my favorite game is when the Chargers were in Kansas City and the grill blew up in the parking lot and Phillip Rivers botched that center exchange. He's talking to Norv Turner on the Jumbotron. Everybody in the stadium is watching, and I love Phillip, like big Catholic guy, huge Catholic family. Yeah. But on game day, I never understood why he would egg on a defense like he does.
Yeah.
I mean, but he just that's how he did things.
Yeah.
But he's up there. They botched that center exchange. They would have just won the game. But whoever's drinking and eating barbecue out there that put their grill in under there and exploded, he is literally explaining this to Norv Turner, and you can read his lips, and he goes, "Worst day ever."
Yeah.
And I remember going like, that has got to be one of my favorite moments of seeing like just what Arrowhead's atmosphere can create for an opposing team and organization and city.
Oh my God, dude.
Wild, man.
Well, just even back in the day, like we take it even classic, man. Back when Elway was quarterbacking.
Yeah, they used to flag this team for the stadium to be so loud.
Yeah, and they're like, by the way, we're getting louder.
Yeah. And crazy. I was thinking about, as a fan, the 2018 Rams Chiefs.
Oh,
54,
52.
52-54. I was at the Peanut in Mission. I was a couple Tank 7s in, Dustin. I'm not going to lie, brother.
Go.
Which, by the way, do we got that? Okay. I was a couple Tank 7s in, and I'm watching this game, and I'm like, this might be the best game I've ever seen as a fan. I mean, as a football fan. I mean, college, pros, high school. I'm just watching this take place. I mean, you remember that game.
Yeah, it's like, it's special because it's like the Coliseum.
Right.
It's foggy. You got California fires going on.
Yeah.
We didn't go to Mexico because
right.
there's political stuff going on.
That's right.
So like you have like overwhelming like emotional state going on there anyways. I mean, there's fights in the fans. Or fights in the stands with fans. And like you're going like, dude, this is going to be like a bloody battle. And it was like really fun to kind of be a part of that. I've never been out there and played in that stadium before. It was the first time for, I would say, most everybody out there. Especially on the Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
And so it was just, I mean, back and forth. But you could tell, like, that's where, like, we got something. Like, this is going to be something special.
Man, I mean, just thinking back, I mean, what did Pat have that day? 6 touchdowns?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
crazy.
And then Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Like, he does, like, the best version of Jared Goff, you know, that anybody's ever seen. I mean, no disrespect, Jared. We love you. But he just played incredibly, you know, out of his mind, man.
Both defenses were playing good. It's just that when you thread a needle, and like I said before about Pat's first year doing like number 2 offense, like both of those quarterbacks that day, the ball is getting to the apex, and you're like, touchdown.
Yeah.
You're like, dang, this is crazy.
Did anybody walk up to Pat his rookie year and say, hey, man, your first rounder, pick 10. You better be good.
I doubt it. Like his first year, it was so. Alex was still there.
Yeah.
You got guys sitting over there. Alex would come over here and sit with us and Kelce, and there was definitely different tables, but they got along so well. Wealth of knowledge with Alex, and Mahomes was just kind of like waiting out his time, learning everything he could. It's like I don't want to show everybody everything until I get everything from everybody I need.
Right. Yeah.
And so it was fun watching him, and too, like the childlike play that he still has with came back and did that last punt, retired and stuff. He's down there covering a punt. And you're going like, that's Pat still being like the same kid that got here years ago.
Right. Yeah. Incredible, man. Yeah. All right, look, man, we're going to start wrapping this up, but I got a little fun activity for you, and we have a gift, by the way. Jack, do you have that? Let's give this man his gift. Give it to him. Just give him what we got him. Because we need to celebrate the fact that,
oh man, this looks heavy.
And we got to hear a story around. We got to hear a story around this. Tank 7. You already know, man. Shout out Boulevard Beer, man. We want to think of a story, but let's do something fun real quick.
Yeah, I mean, I just see the pictures for this podcast too. I mean, like I remember the first opportunity that I had to turn my basement from like a unfinished jungle gym to like an actual, because like people come,
man cave.
Well, because in Kansas City, everybody's a little bit different in the city. Like everybody agrees. Like when I have like fraternity brothers or buddies come in town, like, man, the people are different there. Like they're a lot of fun.
Oh man, for sure.
And so like I remember the first birthday party I throw for Brinkley. It's like his 1 year birthday. It's Colston's first birthday. We're out in the suburbs now. We have a birthday party. All the neighbors come. If they have kids, they come. And so they walk in and they're like, actually, John Hill, which I mentioned earlier on this text, he's like, he like puts the birthday card down. He's like, where's the keg? And I'm like, for a 1 year old's birthday party? Yeah. He's like, bro, you haven't been in Kansas City long enough. Everybody has a keg for their kids' birthday parties. And so I'm like, all right, gosh. So like I try to work on the basement, make good. So I put Boulevard, I put the Tank 7 on tap, which is probably our favorite beer. And you put that in and you have like my financial advisor, Evan Price, fraternity brothers, guys would come in, and after the game, these are all like Southern boys.
Sure.
That's where I'm from, but I'm weathered now.
They know how to throw them back a little.
Yeah, they know how to throw them back, but like I'm weathered now. I'm from where he is in Kansas. Like it's cold. You got to get used to it and like grow a beard in the winter, all that stuff. Sure. So I put Tank 7 on tap, and I'm like, this is too delicious to kind of have on tap. Like, I don't know. But then after the game, everybody kind of crowds in. Everybody's taking off their ski. Like the Southern boys are taking their ski suits, one-piece ski suits, because they're frozen. Like, oh my gosh. So they take it off. They get in the keg. They're drinking one. Like, that was really good. Like, what is that? I'm like, it says it on the tap. They're like, Tank 7, what is that? Yeah. So that's why I reach out, because I was like, I have this story. And so, I mean, through that, you get 2 in. And they're used to whatever, Coors Light, Coors Banquet Beer, all that stuff. And so, like, I'll be right back. I'm going to the bathroom. And they stand up and they're like, whoa.
Yeah.
What is that stuff? But I remember having, like, I always had a tacky Christmas sweater party every year.
Okay.
And so the deal was we'd have, 1 year we messed it up and had all the kids. We had, like, over 60 kids at this place.
No Tank 7.
It got ruined, right? But, like, obviously John has been everywhere I go, John is there. But we were like, we're going to have neighborhood kids and have like people from, so you got Pat and Kelce and Eric Stonestreet and Paul Rudd and David Kelce, all these guys coming in. And it was cool because before it was like, the guys were like, we have to drive out how far to the suburbs? Like the single guys. How far? And I'm like, well, these guys are going to be here too. And then Stoney is like an offensive lineman at heart, big K-Stater like you. And so then you have like this match and you like watch all this going on over Tank 7.
Let's go.
And you're just like, man, this is such a great, and there's 2 things that people ask me that bring back to Knoxville. And I bet you can guess what they are.
Barbecue and Tank 7.
Tank 7.
barbecue sauce, and tank salad.
Let's go. Hey,
dope,
man, that's
man.
dope. Well, enjoy that, man.
Thank
On
you.
behalf of Enterrupt KC, man, we wanted to give you some of that. We're probably going to have some anyway, but hey, on us. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
All right, let's do a fun activity, man.
Yeah, man.
It's called, and this is made up for you, guess the year you played. So 15 years, 05 to 2019. I wonder if John would guess some of these years. All right, so I'm gonna give you a couple things, hints, and you got to guess the year. Guess the year.
Little
right.
trivia.
Little trivia. All right, record 10-6.
Dick Vermeil, 05 and 2010.
Hang on, let me give you another hint. Two notable players, Eric Berry and Dexter McCluster.
Oh, okay. But those two were 10 and 6 years, right?
Yeah, but you got to
Okay.
guess the year I'm talking about.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Dexter McCluster and
Eric Berry.
Okay, so that would be 15. Or wait, he was here in 14. Oh. 10.
2010.
Yeah.
Ding, ding,
oh,
ding,
sorry.
ding, ding.
Sorry.
2010.
I was just thinking of both the years that.
Yeah,
my bad.
yeah.
All right.
Guess the
10.
year. This is your year you
So
played.
you only get a singular year.
1 year.
Got it.
Sorry, I
and,
didn't.
by the way, every one you get right, you got to shotgun that tank 7.
That's right. Yeah. We're gonna have you stumbling out of here. All right. So that's correct. Ding, ding, ding. 2010. All right. Here's the next one. All right. Let's see. 4-12 record.
Oh, man.
Notable player. I'll give you one. Oh, let me give you this stat. You kicked 95 punts this year.
8. 08.
Notable player. I'm gonna keep going until you get it right. Notable player. Jared Allen.
07.
07. John's over here helping you, man.
Is he? Oh, is he? Oh, I need to do
He's
this.
over here helping you. He's guessing it right every time. He's like 10, 07.
That's why he's here.
All right.
Yeah, right,
All right. Let's go. 9-7 record. 71 punts. A little harder.
Okay, so we're 9-7 in
We finished.
06.
We finished second in the division this year.
That's
9-7.
11.
Notable player. Zach Fulton. Philip Gaines.
That's 11, right? No?
Head coach Andy Reid.
Oh, 9-7. So that was, and we didn't make the playoffs, so that was 14.
14. Ding, 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 ding. Good job, man. So I think you're like 2 for 3. Let's just be fair.
That's fair.
You're like 2 for 3.
He's getting him, man.
You're
He's
2
getting
for
him.
3.
He's
You're
getting
2 for 3. All right, here we go. 65 punts. Notable player, Larry Johnson.
05.
05. Man, this dude, he's like Larry Johnson 05. Yeah. All right. 10-6. Lost to the Titans in the playoffs. Playoff team. 65 punts. Harrison Butker.
17.
Man, look at him go. John, you got to be proud of this man. I mean, to remember 15 years, this is incredible. You couldn't ask me something from 2 years ago, and I remember.
With my 9 concussions.
Yeah.
9 concussions. Let's go. All right, couple more. Okay. Let's pick a good one. All right. 89 punts. Notable player. Matt Castle. I'm trying not to give you too much because as soon as I say the record, he knows. He's like, I know that year.
Wait, what'd you say, 89?
89 punts.
So hold on.
Notable player, Matt Castle. Justin Houston.
Gosh. 89 punts.
If I give you the record, he's going to know.
Yeah.
He's automatically going to know. I could tell you the coach, but then you know too. All right, I'll give you one.
89 punts. That had to be Crennel and right. 09. Because we were 10. We were 10-6 in 10. We were 4-12 in 12, right?
And 9.
11.
11.
Man, look at that. Look at that.
I got to sort.
Record was 7 and 9.
I got to sort through numbers here. That's hard to do that.
7 and 9.
A lot of numbers, man. A lot of numbers.
Hey, man, you like John Dorsey or Brett Veach. You just put it together in your head, man. You got it. You got it. All right, here we go. 70 punts. Notable player, Glenn Dorsey.
Wow.
If I give you this one, you're going to know it. Quarterback, Tyler Thigpen.
9. No, because that was Castle. 8. Sorry.
8.
Because Glenn Dorsey just won the national championship.
What was the record? What was the record?
4-12.
2 and 14.
Right? 2 and 14 that year.
2 and 14.
2 and 14.
I mean, and you only did 70 punts. That might have been one of those years you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, it was crazy. I think that's when we were like kicking like 5 and 6 field goals. Like I think our first win. What? No, that was that Brian Waters last year?
I don't have that. I don't have that down.
Yeah, because I think we won our first game in Washington against the Redskins. It was like 12-10.
Wow.
All right, here we go. Last one, man. Last one. It's fun. This is fun, D-Rod.
I love it, man. I love it, man.
Let's do.
And this is the first one trivia that we've done like this.
Yeah, yeah. This is. All right. Let's do this one. 4-12 record. So this is a bad year.
Yeah.
This is early years, man. 4-12 record.
7.
7. You got it. Yeah. Shit, man. I shouldn't have given you the record right off.
Yeah.
You remember the records really well,
If you
by
do
the way.
records or punt numbers.
Okay, guess the record. 05, go.
05, 10 and 6.
06.
9 and 7.
08. 07, sorry. I just gave it to you.
08. What's 08?
4-12.
So bad. And then 09.
No, wait, no, sorry. 05 is 10 and 6. 06 is 9 and 7. 07 is 4-12.
Yeah.
08
is 2 and 14.
2 and 14. 09.
So that's Castle's first year.
Talking to the mic for me.
Sorry. I think we were 4-12, and then
4-12, 09. You're right. 2010.
10 and 6.
2011.
4-12. Huh? It was 9 and 7?
7 and 9.
7 and 9. Okay, I knew there was a 7 and 9 in there. I didn't know where
11,
it was.
7 and 9.
12 was 2 and 14.
12, 2 and 14. Good. 13.
11 and 6.
5.
11 and oh god, sorry, I'm on that like new schedule.
Yeah.
God, sorry.
It's all right. You right. We'll give you that. We'll give it
11
right,
and 5.
correct.
11 and 5.
Okay. 2014.
13, 14. We were 9 and 7. Didn't make the playoffs.
Correct. 15.
15. Gosh, that's bad. It's closer. I should know that. I think it's based off the punts. Honestly,
I'll give you the punts. 75 punts.
Yeah, that's not gonna help. What so 15. We, gosh, 10 and 15. 10 and 6.
11 and 5.
11 and 5.
16. It's better.
I'm not gonna be good at this. 12 and 4.
12 and 4. 17.
That was. God, I don't know. I don't know why I don't know this.
Alex Smith last year.
Last year.
Pat got drafted 2017.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know these. I mean,
10 and 6.
10 and 6.
18.
I don't know. I don't. It's so weird. It's so weird.
You don't know. You know all the old ones.
I know all the old ones.
You don't know.
I think it's because it was so much crazier.
Them 9 concussions.
In those guys. No, I do. I think so.
Guess the. What about the Super Bowl year? Do you know the record? 2019.
14-2.
12-4.
12-4.
12-4, 18, 12-4, 2009.
Isn't that crazy?
Man, that's incredible, man.
I don't know if that's like the culture. You're like, we're not worried about it. We're like winning and we're going to be fine.
It probably is, man.
Instead of like, oh my God, we only have this many wins.
Yeah. I mean,
it's got to be something.
Well, let's face it, man. Like from 2013 on, it was all winning seasons.
Yeah.
You know, it's all winning seasons, man.
Only up, man.
That's crazy. Thank you for doing that, man. Thank you for doing that. That's
dope,
funny.
Man. That was
most challenging year you had?
It was the only 2 games I missed in my career in 2008. I missed 2 games. I had that in Charlotte. I pulled a groin off the bone, and the next punt I had like a sports hernia. I tried to like swing through, and it just. And so I sat out 2 games and then came back.
You didn't stretch enough, or what? What the hell?
I think it was wear and tear.
Yeah.
I think we were just punting a whole lot.
Yeah.
And I just wear and tear and like 2 kids under 2. Like it was just a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, man, that was like one of those like tough. And then like I had surgery after the 08 season, 09 and 10.
Yeah.
It's like 3 straight. And
Right.
Tia was like, hey, are we good? Like, are we good? Like, I don't think your body's up for it anymore.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, it's wear and tear stuff. Like, we're okay.
Yeah.
Like,
I get that. Yeah. I get that, man. You got to share with us a crazy locker room story, man. That you can, by the way.
Yeah.
Not getting anybody in trouble.
Yeah, you ain't got to name drop nothing.
How about John? Is there a crazy one about John?
Yeah, man, I'm sure
Man,
there's
he's
a
right
shit
here,
ton of them.
man. You know, John, just look at him. He's just like,
Yeah, we already know.
there's some
man.
crazy stuff he's done. Nah, anything.
I think it's crazy what we've seen probably together. I think it's like that's the most beautiful thing about the locker room is you have guys from like all over the place and a melting pot with a common purpose.
Man, there was that one video. I forgot what player it was, but they basically were doing they were like
Bernard Pollard.
Yes.
It's the craziest.
What was he
thing.
doing?
He's from Fort Wayne, Indiana. So like he was like showing us how he like danced and grooved and like I mean he could like when you watch you're like, dude, this guy could have like another career.
Yeah.
Like just kind of dancing around at birthday parties.
Yeah.
And he is like one of the greatest humans and he is so funny. Like we go and do dinner with he and his wife and you go out to Mills Farm and it's very like, you know, proper out there, country club and stuff. And he'd have like a swinging chandelier in his house. And you're like, I love this. This is a Fortune 500 company that is not a Fortune 5, like the HR risk. The HR risk here is like crazy, but such a good, like we still keep up to this day and text and stuff. And I think that's the best part is like seeing like funny stuff and
For sure, man. That's cool, man. Don't worry about it.
Locker room's the best.
It's got to be, man. Just seeing the videos that when they come out, when players show them, or even like, man, like in the playoff runs, you know, the big, like just seeing that camaraderie, like, man, look at what we accomplished, you know. That shit,
I'm sure that's a little bit of
that's incredible, man. The fact that players do stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's kind of toned down too. Like, hey, the camera's about to come in here.
And I think like
kind of be right.
I think the funniest thing that I could share is because you got like we're out in the middle of the country. There's big deer out here. Everybody, there's a lot of hunters stuff.
Sure.
We started putting game cameras up like around Arrowhead. And like we would put cameras up and like me and Suckup would come in and like take the card out, like put in the computer and we're like, man, there's not only deer here, there's like big deer here. And so as we're doing this, we'd have players that would come in and like want like socks or like more cleats or something like that. Like, man, those where's that deer? We're like, it's like literally right out here. Like we can't hunt them. It's a park, but like we just wanted to check it out because we hunt elsewhere and want to check it out.
And they want to hunt them.
Yeah, I'm like, I'd love to hunt them, but like, you can't. It's a park. So, but these players would come in and out, and they're like, that's crazy. And so as we would look up trail cam pictures, me and Suckup found one that had a mountain lion on a jugular of a whitetail, dragging it out of of a picture. And we look at the picture, and I was like, those are the exact the feeders that we have out there.
Yeah.
And I was like, that would be kind of funny if we let all the players think that there was a mountain lion here, because when they get to work, it's usually dark, and when they leave, it's usually dark. A lot of people think they're in and out, but man, they're there all day.
Right.
I mean, they're professional out. They have to, whether it's treatment or meetings, whatever. So we started like putting these pictures up and showing guys, and so
they started freaking out. So NFL.com got a hold of the story, and one year Todd Haley keeps the story going. So the guys are coming in, and we're watching guys on like security cams closing the door of their car and sprinting like they would in a game into the building. And so this is like on NFL.com. If you look up like mountain lion at Chiefs facility, it's still online. Oh, wow.
So Brandon Albert, I have never seen a guy that big run a 4.540 into the building in slides, in sandals, because he thought a mountain lion. Mountain lions aren't even
close.
here. But the funny thing is the news kind of got a hold of this because they were watching players like run, and I guess one of the players was like, "There's a mountain lion there," and the news was like, "Mountain lion here, really?" So they asked Todd Haley about it, and it's funny. Todd Haley literally like looks at the mic. He knows that the specialists are kind of behind it. He looks at the mic and goes, "The buddy system is in effect. We've encouraged guys to get together to walk into the facility before." He just plays along with it. And then it goes to the next question. So it like becomes like a thing. And
that's hilarious, man.
It was funny.
That's funny. That's funny,
great.
man.
That's
Thank you for
great.
sharing that, man.
Yeah, man.
Well, listen, man, Dustin, we so appreciate your time, man.
Absolutely,
Thank you for
man.
spending this time
Second
with us,
that,
man.
man.
I mean, you know, safe travels back home, man. And enjoy that Tank 7, brother.
I am.
Enjoy the Tank 7,
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're going to hopefully we can get off here and finish your cigar with you. But anything you want to say, man, to the fans, to anybody listening to this, man, just on behalf of you, man, that you want to share to people?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, being a part of this organization for as long as I got to, like, just, you know, such an answered prayer. It's fun, like going back over the facility and the guys that I got to play with towards the tail end of my career that have really like poured into the guys, got them up to the speed of the game at which they work at in the classroom, out on the field, that culture that's expected. And man, it's so much fun as being kind of like an alum coming back and like watching the same stuff as we saw like the foundation blocks set by Clark Hunt and Mark Donovan, Andy Reid, Veach, all the guys. And so it's fun to be a part of and fun to watch.
Yeah.
Man,
with that, man, go ahead.
No, and then with that, man, I just want to congratulate you on your, what is it? You just announced your
Just retired,
retiring
man.
as a Chief.
Done.
Man.
Congratulations.
Too old to punt the pigskin anymore.
Yeah. Well, you're coaching now, man.
Coaching. Pouring back into the next generation.
That's what's
Right
up,
on,
man.
man.
Well, hey, man, anytime you're in Kansas City, man, you want to come talk to us, man, give us a shout, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's do it
Everybody
again,
knows, man, with that, Enterrupt KC, JL.
D-Rod.
Like, follow, share, subscribe. Everybody's been a great conversation. Plenty more to come. We are out of here.
Thank you.
Peace.